On the Talk of Chicago, 1690 AM, WVON.
Our voices from the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, and the 80s. Hear them now. What's new? What's hot? What's shot? The new generation. New Generation Radio with Kendall Moore. WVON AM 1690. Let's talk about it. Come on. New Generation. Kendall Moore, Talk Radio, WVON, AM 1690. Streaming live from the web, WVON.com. Let's talk about it. What's new? What's hot? What's fun? What's shot?
We are 1690 AM. We're WVON. Good evening, everyone, and welcome to another edition of the Kendall Moore Show. Y'all already know I am Kendall Moore, and this is the Friday night show. We stream live, www.von.com. We're there. We're also streaming live on the Kendall Moore Show on Facebook. I think I'm the only one in the building right now still streaming live on Facebook, not making any money. But we will very soon be going to YouTube. But make sure that you guys are jumping in that chat room. Ken Duncan he left his gloves, y'all. And Ken Duncan just came back in here and got his gloves. Brother Ken Duncan, listen. Let me tell y'all this story real quick because he just did a fantastic job this past 3 hours. When people see Ken Duncan and I standing next to each other, you cannot make this stuff up. They actually think that we're related. This is the only reason that I think that they think that we are related. Ken's head is probably at least 2 centimeters. I was going with bigger Ken. I was going. But you know, man, Ken, but you know that's my man. And he's a Phi Beta Sigma man. You know I'm a Q, but that's my man. But every time they see us next to you, y'all relate. I'm like. No, we could be maybe down, doing the Kunta Kinte days. Maybe it sounds somewhere that way. Fantastic show. Have a terrific weekend. Hey, listen, and I'm waiting for your fraternity brother to land in the ocean. That part. All right. Yes, sir, Dr. Glover. All right, Dr. Glover. But before that, it just has the cues. I will also mention, dear brother, Ronald McNair, Black astronaut. Anyway, before I, get off course, let's get back to the task ahead. What's that? Will is in the building.
What up?
Hey, the Rev is here as well.
Oh, man, it's good to be here.
Rev, listen. So, Will, real quick, man. Rev and I, we were talking prior to coming on to tonight's program. I was like, why weren't you here for Easter, right? Because Rev said, Ken, do you know where Easter actually started from? And do you know the difference? And he was surprised because, one, he thinks I'm an atheist. And he didn't know that I knew, and I had the damn answer.
Man,
I was like,
I was surprised, Will. Okay, I was like floored.
I already knew. I'm like, man, just because it's a lot of that stuff
it's
going on.
It's a lot going on, and we're now Resurrection Sunday, so he knew the difference.
Okay,
I was asking about.
Look at
Easter,
y'all.
you know
like, he can count. He can read. He can count. He can read. Of course, I can.
He got that from the Book of Q.
The Book of Q. Oh, yeah. Yeah, the Q's.
These guys. Hey, big shout out to my man Turbine. Do I say Migo? Oh, okay, got it. All right.
Okay.
In any event, folks, so welcome to tonight. I want to send a big shout out to you guys who are in traffic right now. I always appreciate you guys because as I come in from the south suburbs or where, if I'm coming in on an airplane from somewhere and headed directly to VON, I see the traffic and I know people are listening. I get the messages. So we're just grateful that you're listening to us here tonight. Yet again, we do have a fantastic show in store for you here this evening. Let me start by saying this, man. The United States is upside down. Listen, man, that guy, that orange one, how many times is he gonna threaten them people, over in that other part of the country, and they gonna call him on his bluff?
Yeah,
Man.
I want to be able to connect the dots because I got two of the most astute gentlemen sitting in front of me right now, and we'll just take it lightly a little bit. He threatened these people. If you guys are not on X, if you're not on Truth Social, I'm on it under a different name. You know what I'm saying? Just so I can see what is going on and how it is moving. The United States is upside down. We are talking checkers on radio right now.
Yes.
The news is what is going on globally. We worried about who the next state representative, who's going to represent us in Congress.
Right.
Man, them people are not thinking about any of this because it's already calculated. They already know how it's going to go. Saw JB down at the National over with Reverend Perm. Well, you know what I'm saying, out in New York. Al's good. He's good people, man.
Right.
And he takes jokes well. But saw JB down there, and it set off a bulb for me. I'm like, JB is really going to try to run for president. I did like real talk, JB, and then Rahm has stuck his toe back into the mix as well. I seen that just the same. The United States is upside down right now. Melania Trump, she comes out. No one knows what the heck.
What?
Her own husband didn't know
Yeah.
that she was about to say she was going to say. So now we got to go back to the Epstein files.
Yeah.
And I ain't got no
And the thing about it is we still have a little bit less than 3 years to go.
Man.
Can you believe it? Because it seemed like this guy been in damn office for 20 years already.
Welcome to your bad voting decision.
Epstein stuff would go away with this war. Man, he did everything to keep that off. And here his wife comes.
That's right.
Because
she put it right back up front.
But she put it right back up front because something got leaked. We just have not seen that yet.
Right.
Something got leaked. And here's the thing.
Something got leaked, all right. Epstein files.
Boy, I thought you was about to do some nasty stuff, Will. I'm about to say it's too early. It's too early in the 6 o'clock album, man.
Pictures. They got too many pictures of him with Epstein
and Melania. She's in the pictures.
And Charlie Kirk's wife.
Yeah.
All these other. It surprises me. I'm like,
Man,
they were all
together.
in the same room together.
For 1,000 trillion times, though. Here's the thing. But she comes out. How in the world? They lie so much. Lies are just. We can lie in this country now, y'all.
Man.
We can lie in this country.
Yeah.
We can lie.
A lie is legally. It's
unlegally
legal.
You can lie now.
Yeah.
So anyway, when we return, I'll get to the rundown. But in the meantime, man, it's Friday. Hey, folks,
it's Friday.
It's Friday.
Okay.
We're back in a moment.
Put your seatbelt on. Let's go.
It's the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
Xfinity Tech Support, Matthew speaking.
Hi, I live in a pretty remote place, like Jurassic Park remote. No!
Wow.
Will Xfinity Mobile work out here?
Yep, the combination of reliable Wi-Fi and 5G makes it so that you can stay connected in all kinds of places. Plus, you get access to ultra-fast speeds and coverage, whether you're poolside or out live streaming with a T-Rex.
Hold still, you're about to go viral.
Welcome to a new era of Wi-Fi boosted mobile. Cut your mobile bill in half with 2 lines of unlimited. Learn more at xfinitymobile.com. Xfinity. Imagine that. Watch Jurassic Park with Xfinity. Restrictions apply. Xfinity Internet required. Savings comparison based on promotional rate for 2 lines of Xfinity Mobile Unlimited versus 2 lines of T-Mobile Experience More, Verizon Unlimited Plus, and AT&T Starter as of February 10th, 2026. Taxes, fees, extra.
It's gospel with Pam Morris Walton, your gospel sister, on WVON Sundays, 11 to 2 p.m. Music to help you on your journey. I'll see you there. WVON.
Need a reason to visit Wind Creek Casino and Hotel? Well, here's 2,200 of them. Right now, new players get a welcome package valued at up to $2,200 in rewards, including hotel stays, food credits, and slot-free play. It's a one-of-a-kind offer exclusively for new members. Sign up and play as a rewards member to get yours. Only at Wind Creek Casino and Hotel. See player services for details. Based on first day's losses from $200 up to $2,000. Must be 21 years or older. If you or someone you know has a gambling problem, crisis counseling and referral services can be accessed by calling 1-800-GAMBLER.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or kohls.com for details.
It's Rufus Williams.
This is not the America that we thought it was. Certainly not now. And whatever pushing has to go to reverse that, I'm sure that Keith Ellison and the others there in Minneapolis are doing it, because anything that's happening anywhere can happen right here to us. And there's no reason to believe in any way, shape, or form that you can be separated from it.
Weekdays at 7 a.m. on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
This report is sponsored by Staples. Want a great way to boost your brand? Custom labels at Staples will help packages pop, shipments stand out, and takeout boxes really pop off. Shop now through April 18th and save 30% on all custom labels. Staples, that was easy.
WVON traffic and weather now.
And here is your traffic update in Ryan downtown on 95th. Slow go 14 minutes. I-57 Ryan to I-80, no delays 14 minutes. Bishop Ford Ryan to I-80 94. Slow moving traffic due to road work 19 minutes. Stevenson to Sable Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State stop and go traffic 23 minutes. Eisenhower Wolfto Post Office slow go 20 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare stop and go traffic 45 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Lake Cook smooth sailing 14 minutes. The weather for 2 days, Chicago, morning rain, 40s by the lake, 53 and a low of 37. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, cooler by the lake, high 58 and a low of 48. It's currently 53 degrees and cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
All right, welcome back. We're 1690 AM with WVON. It's the Kendall Moore Show. Of course, we do this every Friday night. We get you from your work week to your weekend. Big shout out to all you guys stuck in traffic right now. And that's a good thing, because from 6 to 7, my numbers look fantastic. I certainly appreciate you guys when it comes to that. Listen, y'all, I was just playing this music. Candace McCullum is still in the building. And I just did the electric boogaloo. I threw it to her. She was a little bit hesitant. She didn't want to throw it back. She turned her back, y'all, and then was like, here, you take it back. VON, never a dull moment. The Rev is here. Westside Will is here. All right, so we were just playing that Africa Bambaataa.
Yeah.
Man, come on with it, Rev.
Yeah.
Rev, you had to be what?
Man, I was only 20, but you know.
No, you was 50 because you're 90 now, so you had to be 50.
I got my fingers crossed, people.
Okay, go ahead.
No, but when I read up on them, I said, wow, that was the time when it was hip hop but hip hop was dance. It wasn't a lot of rap to it.
Uh-huh.
And when it was rap, it was about some real positive stuff. That's what I loved about hip hop when it came out, because it was our genre.
Yep.
And they brought it in to others, and it's worldwide now. But it was our boy DJ Africa who said, this is a culture. He was the first one that said, it's not about only the song, it's about a culture.
It was a culture.
And it changed everyone. And Will and Kendall, they both are living in that culture.
Yes.
Even Logan, our traffic young lady, I mean, they're all living in the culture now. So when they walk around and see me from the days of the Temptations and all, I just look at my little kids and I say to myself, oh man, y'all all right, but it's really about the foundation.
You was at Top Cats and
Oh,
Slick
man.
Rick and all that. Me and Kendall was at home watching Yo MTV Raps. Or trying to check Channel 50.
Listen, the correctional officer is saying Africa Bambaataa was Chomo Chester.
Yeah.
All right, Chomo Chester.
Oh, you talking about his real name?
I believe so, because you know they're in the. Of course, go to the chat room right now, guys, and that's where the conversation is going on. But to your point, man, you know I'm a 90s. I'm not a 90s baby, but I grew up in the. I really did. I grew up in the 90s, right?
Right.
And that type of music. It was real music. It was real artistry. That's when we had the record stores.
Did you grow up in the 90s or was you grown in the 90s?
No, I was growing up in the 90s. I wasn't grown. No, I wasn't grown until 2000s. And I got real grown in the 2000s. But in the 90s, you know, it's high school. It's, you know, it's college.
Right.
But the music in and of itself, it you know, it was Tribe Called Quest. It was
Fat Boys.
It was Fat Boy.
Special
Run
Ed.
DMC.
Run DMC.
Yeah, it was, you know, it was that type of music.
Right.
It was uplifting, inspiring. It was, you know, it was Big Daddy Kane, Biz Marquis.
And it was still you and Ken Duncan's lookalike, LL Cool J.
LL Cool. Oh my God.
Because LL.
No, Ken Duncan looks like LL Cool J.
LL.
But he do look like a raper man too. But not Ken Duncan. I'm talking about LL Cool J.
You got
with all that damn hair shaved off his face.
You gotta go back to Grandmaster Flash, who was right along with Africa.
Cool Herc.
And Cool Herc. See, that was all about dance, though. That was my whole point. The only thing disappointed me about Africa to hear about him having this charge of sexual abuse with the young men that he worked with. You know, he was called out on that.
No,
he was called out.
And this is new to me too. I've never heard.
2014, he was called out on that. A lot of suits followed. One young man brought it, but then it was resolved. Don't know how, but then there was a number of others who came after that. So it was just brought to some light, I think, at ending last year.
So
2025.
Did he pay out of court or something like that? He settled, or what was the result?
I'm gonna have to read up on that. I think what happened is he had to settle, but he lost a lot of money. Let's put it like that.
The way Bill Cosby is losing a lot of money right now.
Was the accusations true?
Yeah. Well,
were they found to be true?
So
did they have
that
pictures?
Came out, you know, even if it's not true, say it's a troop of people just say we're gonna go after them. If it's not true, once it's out there,
it's out there.
It's very damaging. It really is.
Yeah.
You know, and then, gentlemen, we go back to the original part of the music industry in and of itself.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And there's just countless examples of, you know, women accusing men and not just accusing, but validating what has occurred to them and vice versa. Women did the same thing back in the days to men. Being in show business, it really it's a very
show
hard.
business is another animal.
It's show business.
Because here's the thing.
Well, you're a theologian.
The little that I know, and let me tell you something. Anybody that abuses anybody, takes advantage of anybody in any profession, any capacity, you are a scumbag. But I know in particular, having been in the business world, the political world, especially somewhat the entertainment world, people take advantage of other people, but there are some takers.
Yeah.
And some of these takers
Man,
remember
a lot
that,
of 'em.
and they wait for an opportunity later to say that, hey, this is what happened to me. So it's a very gray area when it comes to that, because the thing is, 20, 30 years ago, and don't get me wrong, if you were abused, God bless you, that's wrong. But 20, 30 years ago, and you bring this up, and it's damaging to the person, and we don't know if it's true or not.
Here's the thing, and
we don't know if it's true.
Let me interject on that, right? Because we're talking about Africa Bambaataa. I don't want that to be on this show.
Right.
The last thing that we talk about, even though we brought it up, because that brother, he was brilliant in what he did. Man. He was absolute genius. Everybody is
Zulu Nation.
Man, the Zulus, man. And man, and when I talk about them Zulus,
yeah,
boy, them Zulus out in New York and them Zulus in New Orleans, man, they are the real deal. But I want to say this because I can't let us get away. So if we're gonna talk about that, and
we gotta talk about it.
If we're gonna talk about it, then you got to throw Elvis Presley in there too.
You gotta throw.
You know what I'm saying? You got to throw Woody Allen in there. Like we ain't gonna just use our black folks.
Right.
We not gonna tarnish them. And post death.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? But because he was brilliant.
Because some things were considered, unfortunately, socially acceptable back then, because women, in particularly, especially, did not have the power that they had today to say no, and to an economic, the economic privilege. So they took advantage of them. And if they did, hey, you need to pay.
And then
for
lastly,
I'm at break. I got to take a break right now. When we come back, we'll pick that back up. We kind of stumbled across this one because I'm getting back to Melania Trump. There's a point that I want to make with her.
She was economically taken advantage of.
Boy, listen, boy. We got to hold it, Will. We got to take a break.
I'm ready.
Mr. Kendall Moore Show.
Hope you're having a fantastic Friday evening, Chicago. I'm Logan Page, and here it's happening in your local and national news. The chief in Dalton, Illinois, has taken a leave of absence from the department following concerns raised by firefighters. Some first responders allege that Chief Quentin Curtis may not meet the requirements for the role and cited safety issues, including a lack of proper equipment. Mayor Jason House said the decision was made to help the community move forward. The exact reason for the leave has not been disclosed. In other news, police are searching for a suspect who allegedly punched a passenger of a CTA train on Chicago's Northwest Side. The incident happened on April 2nd on the Red Line in the 1600 block of North Clybourne Avenue. The victim suffered a broken nose and a concussion. There's no word of what led to the attack. CPD has released a digital image of the alleged suspect. In other news, Dr. Walter Whitman of Soul Children of Chicago announced the Think Big conference focused on technology, entrepreneurship, and entertainment.
Well, you know what? With this team takeover going on, I think that it is time that we do a Think Big takeover, because takeover, it seemed to have taken the city now, and the teams are going all over the place and they're being influenced. And so what we're doing with Think Big is to give them the opportunity to think bigger than what they have been doing, and allow their mind to literally be, especially before the summer comes. We got talking about Think Big technology, Think Big entertainment, Think Big finance, Think Big entrepreneurship, Think Big health and wellness. Because our kids need to understand what they have. They don't know what they have, and they're allowing people to influence them in the wrong way, and they don't even realize they're messing up their lives.
The event aims to inspire and equip young people with skills for future careers. More information and registration are available at soulchildrenchicago.org.
Just get on down with it. That one just getting so fucking yeah.
In other news, Africa Bambaataa, a hip-hop trailblazer, is dead at 68. According to TMZ, he passed away from complications of cancer on April 9th. The Bronx native DJ played a role in shaping hip-hop through his music, including the 1985 track Planet Rock. Bambaataa has collaborated with many fun artists, from James Brown to George Clinton. And scientists at the Bauru School of Dentistry in Brazil have developed an artificial saliva using a sugarcane protein that helps protect teeth from decay. The protein forms a protective barrier that shields enamel from acids in food and drinks. The treatment can be delivered as a mouthwash and could especially help cancer patients who experience dry mouth after treatment. Researchers say the product still needs industry support before it can be widely produced. This newscast is brought to you with a reminder to Newberg Sting on Vaughn TV this Friday at 7. Watch as the FBI sets up a sting operation targeting 4 black men in Newburgh, New York, who they claim were tied to terrorist attacks. The plot and ending are riveting in this real-life drama. Vaughn TV Friday night premieres airing this Friday at 7 p.m. I'm Logan Page, and that's what's happening in your news now on WVON 1690 AM.
Hey, baby! I'm your Magnolia Blues man, Sir Henry Cheatham, inviting you to join us on WVON 1690 for some real American music and culture. Here on Classic Blues and R&B. Check us out Saturday, 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. on WVON and Classic Blues and R&B.
Experience the power, passion, and breathtaking athleticism of Alvin Ailey American Dance Theater live at the Auditorium April 24th through the 26th under the direction of newly appointed artistic director Alicia Graff Mack. 1 legendary dance company, 2 unforgettable programs, 3 spectacular days, and 4 incredible performances. From powerful storytelling to electrifying movement, enjoy Ailey's 5 Chicago premieres, contemporary favorites, and beloved masterpieces. Tickets are on sale now at auditoriumtheater.org. Secure your seats today.
Have you checked out WVON's digital streaming network, Vaughn TV? It's everywhere on Roku, Apple TV Plus, Amazon Fire, on the WVON app, and at VON.TV. Vaughn TV, it's cultural content on purpose.
Living in the hood is not a curse, it's an opportunity. It's your block, your opportunity, and our movement. Join me, Dr. Ro Davis, every Saturday on WVON 1690 from 5 p.m. to 6 p.m. as I help renters become homeowners and homeowners become investors. That's every Saturday on WVON.
This report is sponsored by D&W Injury Lawyers. Car accident? Call D&W right now. Slip and fall? Call D&W right now. Any accident at all? Call D&W Law right now and get the help you deserve. Don't hesitate. Call the 8s. 312-888-8888. Your trusted local personal injury lawyers ready to fight for you.
WVON Traffic and Weather now.
Evening Chicago, I'm Logan Page, and here is your traffic update. In Ryan, downtown to 95th, slow go, 11 minutes. I-57, Ryan to I-80, no delays, 14 minutes. Bishop Ford, Ryan to I-80, 94. Slow moving traffic due to road work, 21 minutes. Stevenson to Sabo, Lakeshore Drive to the Tri-State, stop and go traffic, 21 minutes. Eisenhower, Wolftoe Post Office, slow moving traffic, 19 minutes. Kennedy downtown to O'Hare, stop and go traffic, 41 minutes. And Eden's Montrose Cook, smooth sailing, 14 minutes. Weather for today, Chicago, morning rain, 40s by the lake, high 53 and a low of 37. Tomorrow, increasing clouds, cooler by the lake, high 58 and a low of 38. It's currently 53 degrees and cloudy. I'm Logan Page, and that's your traffic and weather update on WVON 1690 AM.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
All right, welcome back. We're 1690 AM. We are WVON. It's the Kendall Moore Show. We get you from your work week to your weekend. We stream live, www.wvon.com. Of course, we're on the Kendall Moore Show. Jumping at chat room as well. Big shout to my man, Mike Burris, as always. Harold, I see you as well. We do have the correctional officer in there. Certainly appreciate you, and you definitely are active. In the meantime, folks, go to the Kendall Moore Show. We're on Facebook Live. We ain't gonna be here long. I promise you. I've been telling y'all this for the forever that I'm going to YouTube. My wife was telling me, hey, Nicole, if you're listening, she was like, Kendall, you ain't making no money on Facebook. Stop letting Facebook take all your money. You helping other people make money. Go to YouTube. I'm going to YouTube. To next week, I'm going to be on YouTube. So I'm telling everybody right now, go to YouTube. And I'm also going to remain on WVON's page just the same. In the meantime, we were in this conversation. We're going to get to Melania. And then during the next hour, we're going to get into the conversation about what happened out in Manchester, Illinois. I'm not from Manhattan. I'm west side till the world blow up until Jesus Christ cuts the lights off on this planet. You guys already know that. But I currently reside in Manchester, Illinois. And them kids out there, it was a kids takeover. And we're going to get into that entire conversation during the 7:00 hour. Meantime, circling back around, Africa Bambaataa, and then we'll get into Melania. Africa Bambaataa, just that, I'm always talking about this on this show. Man, we getting older, man. We do not stay in. My show is called Radio for the Next Generation. Pierre once asked, he was like, Kendall, what makes you radio for the next? He asked me that when we were on 87th Street. I saw an old clip from me from 2013 at WVON when we were on 87th Street. Man, 2013. It's 2026, right? Put the numbers together right 13. Now. Put the numbers together right. I was on VON. But the reason that I bring that up, Africa Bambaataa, and all of those guys, and even before Bambaataa, but we're talking about him because he just passed. We're transitioning as a people, and we're losing our elders, even if they're still alive because they're feeble. I hate to say it, but y'all know me. They peeing on themselves. They need diapers. They don't remember. They don't remember half of the stuff that they say.
All right.
No. Let me keep going. I'm not trying to be disrespectful.
No, I know.
Many of the callers who used to call me when I was on 87th Street, I don't know how many obituaries that have been sent to WVON that they have passed along. I don't know how many of them have sat in them convalescent homes listening to my show and have passed along, and all they do is go in there, open their doors, scoop them up out of there because their kids and stuff done left them, and they get buried, and who knows what happens with that money. Africa Bambaataa, he was a part of the generation that ushered into a new generation from the pimps and the hustlers, from the shaft music, from all of that, because we have transition periods.
Right.
Bambaataa, the record companies. Uncle George Daniels. George he's a vampire. George got to be damn near 150 years old, y'all. And I love Uncle George. George got to, he got to be damn near 150. He got to be a damn vampire, man. Because he had this, but that type of music, so the Bambaatas, they inspired the Cool J's. They inspired, you know what I'm saying? They were not just producing records, they were DJs as well. So where am I going with this, right? So the next wave came, the Big Daddy Kanes and the Beastie Boys and all of these guys, right? But they were not business savvy. So what did they end up doing? They ended up influencing a whole nother culture and generation, but they were not business savvy.
Right.
So they didn't make a lot of money. And I'm going to pause for just a second. And that's typically how it goes in these black and brown cultures. There are other cultures who oversee or they can finance the stuff that we do.
Right.
Buy your rights, buy your reels, buy your dats, et cetera, put you on the air, blah, 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 and take your money. Do you see what I'm saying?
Right.
And so came them. And so now Big Daddy Kane, he damn near 70, right? Now he rapping in the back of cars, on Facebook, trying to continue to remain relevant. So if I sped it up to the current time, Jay-Z is in his late 50s now, right?
I think Jay may be 6.
Even if, I don't know. I don't know. The point that I'm bringing, because he's one of the prominent people. He's a billionaire because through that transition, how old is he, Turbine? He 56. That's what I said.
Oh, okay.
Like someone is he's at up. The
Right.
point that I'm trying to make, the transition from a business aspect and from those who put on with us, while it is tremendous from a qualitative standpoint, from a quantitative standpoint, they damn broke. And
Right.
nobody loving them, and nobody until they are in the damn ground, man.
Right. And Kendall, I
Does
like
that make sense to y'all?
I like
man?
to talk to one more transition though, because back in the 2000s now, since we're moving it up ahead, that's when those artists, Prince and Babyface, L.A. Reid, our boy, he's in
Kelly.
jail now.
R. Kelly.
R kept all his masters, and also Diddy and kept a lot of his. Now, what happened during the 20s is they start taking the business into their own hands. Remember, in the 20s, you had a lot of indies, independent labels come out.
Right.
And that was because those who was working with the major labels, record labels, they started to build their own labels underneath the majors. And that's why we see a lot of them now, the billionaires we're talking about. We're talking about the $100 million club artists.
Def Jam,
that
Uptown,
was
all
and
those.
then we just
Rick
read
Rubins
about
and all of those
and we
type of
just
guys.
read about Dr. Dre becoming a billionaire. So we're seeing where we are learning now. You know, it's not back in the days like when Muhammad Ali, when the nation came to the boxing commission, said, you ain't handling this money. We're handling his money.
Real, but I would beg to differ with you on that, right? Because now you got all these mumbo rappers. You got these dudes who off O Block, your mama, and no. You got these, now it's all these little girls who talking about eating their stuff. And I juice you on my period. Like these are records that are playing on our airwaves.
But that's the radio.
No, but that's why I say
who
this
plays
is why I say, and they're not handling their money. They throw them a bag of money, and they're charging. So they're reverting back to being owned. They don't own their masters. All they're doing this stuff immediately.
Yeah.
The more we progress, I guess is the point that I am getting out of this, and which is why
the more we supposedly progress,
the more we're supposed to
digress.
Progress. We do. The
more we
same with the politicians.
Progress, we digress.
Politicians shouldn't be in office for the forever.
No, I agree with that wholeheartedly.
Hell, they shouldn't be there forever.
Man, we shouldn't have no 30-year-old.
Because it hurts us as a culture.
It does.
If you ain't gonna pass the baton and teach the next person. But it's just so the psychosis of us as African Americans and more specifically Black people, man. It is daunting, and it's sad. It's sad. It is sad. In the meantime, because we got big shout to Africa Bambaataa. That's all I can say.
And the last thing I'm gonna say about him is this: the Zulu Nation was made up of the gang members that he brought in from the streets and gave them a lifestyle, a culture to promote within Bronx, New York, and throughout the country. That was another very good thing he did. And that's why I said, I appreciate the man. Just only on the sexual abuse thing, can't go with that. But at the same time, there was a genius that we lost. And forever, I like that song, People. I'm a Reverend, but I like beats. And I like the kind of music that makes sense. I like all genre. So what is it? Rock? Planet
Rock.
Planet Rock.
Planet
But
Rock.
there's so much. There's so much with that.
Okay.
But
that's all I need to
But
say
a point to you, I've as much as I travel, I honestly, man, I've had the opportunity to hang out with the king of the Zulus in New Orleans.
Okay.
Like, and it really, the Zulu people, part of the beliefs and spiritual practices come from a Southern Africa. And so New York, they were always those guys, right?
Right.
But even though that Zulu piece, when it comes to Fat Tuesday, when it comes to, what they're doing, that was a Southern thing from those who came to the New Orleans area, and then it spread. But those guys out in New York, I want to make a point about this. Just like you had the X Clan, you got the Wu-Tang Clan. They were always spiritual in what they were talking about. Man. The Zulu Nation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It was something spiritual. Now you got thugs and drug dealers talking about get high, have a lot of women, get drunk, and make a bag and F our community. There's something completely wrong with that. It's the Kendall Moore Show. We're back just after this. Do you get what
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
This report is brought to you by Ashley Furniture. Ready for a home refresh? Now's the season to finally make it happen. At Ashley's Spring Savings Event 72-hour sale, save up to 25% on your entire purchase with select spring styles, starting at just $4.99 and only at Ashley's.
I've tried everything to stand out at work. Donuts, a company coffee blend, even dressed as the company mascot for Halloween.
There's an easier way, a ComEd facility assessment. Their engineer gave my company free insights and actions that saved us $732,000 on energy. Easy, right?
Learn how ComEd can help you save at ComEd.com/facility assessment. ComEd, powering lives. Savings will vary based on customers' usage and rate.
WVON is all about family. That's why Jill Ross of the Shenanigans series is back, bringing literacy to life for young people ages 6 to 16. It's the Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. The Chicago Read-In is designed to excite and stimulate the minds of young people by promoting the power of literacy and storytelling. It's an afternoon of live performances, including hip-hop ballet from Homer Bryant's Hip Let's Ballet Troupe, fresh off Broadway as Simba and the Lion King. It's Chicago's own A.J. Rhodes Jr. Enjoy spoken word by Logan Liu, blues by Fernando Jones, and get a history lesson on Maxwell Street from actress Dawn Bless. There'll be tap, mimes, sculptors, black cowboys. We're bringing our history to life for the next generation. You can also meet authors, purchase books, and connect to other child-friendly resources. The Chicago Read-In is a family affair and it's free, but registration is required. Register at Eventbrite or at WVON.com. The Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the show starts at 12 noon sharp. We're celebrating literacy, celebrating young people, celebrating our culture. On the station that celebrates Black excellence, WVON. The Chicago Read-In is produced in conjunction with Vaughn TV's upcoming series, Turn the Page, coming to Vaughn TV this summer.
Caring for someone with dementia is challenging, but there is help. The Alzheimer's Association Illinois chapter is hosting their 4th annual African American Release the Silence Conference. This free event offers resources, real conversations, and guidance on topics like caregiving, brain health, and more. Release the Silence Conference is Saturday, April 25th at the UIC 4. Doors open at 9 a.m. To register, call their helpline at 1-800-272-3900. That's 1-800-272-3900. WVON, media sponsor and proud partner.
WVON turned 63 years young in April, and we're celebrating all month long.
Well, look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Ooh-wee.
Join us for WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater on Friday, April 24th for the return of the award-winning play, The Jackie Wilson Story. This electrifying production will have you singing and dancing in the aisles as the Black Ensemble brings this musical legend to life. His voice, his moves, his music, it changed everything from Jackie Wilson's Lonely Teardrops to Higher and Higher. It's more than a musical. It's a theatrical experience. Join the afternoon show's personalities, that be me, Atiba Buchanan, and LaDonna Ray, as we host WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater, 4450 North Clark, Friday, April 24th. Get your tickets now at ticketfalcon.com or click the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com. WVON is 63 and still having fun.
Hey, it's Cleopatra Draper. Join me for the Midday Show weekdays at 9 a.m., where we'll sip and spill all the tea. Do you want it hot or cold? Either way, we're serving up the flavor of the day. Weekdays at 9 a.m. right here on the station giving you what's now and what's next. 1690 WVON.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
You stepped aside with a vibe I ain't never seen. Yes, you did.
All right, welcome back. We're 1690 AM. Listen, ladies and gentlemen. All right, tonight, of course, continues the premieres. 7 p.m. on Vaughn TV. We're going to watch Newburgh, Sting. It's a gripping documentary on a controversial FBI operation just outside of New York City, where 4 men were drawn into a terror plot, only to be led straight into an arrest by an undercover agent. Featuring never-before-seen footage, this powerful film, it raises questions about justice, surveillance, and what really defines homegrown terrorism. Newburgh, Sting. It's streaming tonight. Make sure that you guys are tuned in. 7 o'clock on Vaughn TV. And you can watch it on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV Plus, the WVON app, or at VON.TV. It's Kendall Moore Show. Westside Will.
What up? What up?
The Rev is in the building.
Yes, sir.
Man, so yeah, we talk transitions and, this people... this is what I'm learning, because as I get older, it's not any disrespect, especially if we're gonna get older, guys.
Yeah.
But we need to put things in place in our community where we can continue to learn from our elders and make it a welcoming space. Or we're going to continue to do we're going to help this current administration take out books. If they want us dumb, they've already succeeded in that. Are the test scores across the nation in schools, when you put them all together, especially among Black students, they are in the gutter. Mm-hmm. You got those schools that look really, really good, but when you put them all together, it's dismal. It's abysmal when it comes to the African American community. The reason that I bring that up is because we're losing. When I say we're losing our elders, we're losing the soul of our people. Mm-hmm. When people like Jesse Jackson dies, when people like Purvis Spann passes on, and we can continue, we can go on and on and on. When we have Jeremiah Wright, Dr. Reverend, who is experiencing troubles and feeble and cannot talk and really articulate. Where was it written down at? Who has the information? And now what is happening is you got these students who are coming in from these corporations. They're doing internships and they're doing the recordings and making books out of this. Listen, I would be remiss if I didn't say, the Asian people are coming in here, the directors, and filming everything. And making it their own, giving the families a fraction of the profits. Right. But most important, it's not even about the money, man. It's about our history. It's about our lineage. Definitely. All of these smart people who call VON doing Rufus's show because everybody got PhDs and they want to sound real smart and they got books and it's only they buying books from each other because the kids damn show ain't reading.
No, they not.
So how much money are you making? You know what I'm saying? Right, does that really make sense to people? Like what the connectivity is missing from our elders because they've been insulted. They have been disrespected. They have been disregarded.
Yes.
Even from a political standpoint. Yep. I mean, and that's why we are going to continue to remain in a trick bag. And speaking of trick bags, Will, and I know you coming. Speaking of the trick bags, once you get it, you're going to be told what to do. Yeah. And once you are told what to do, and you get a little glimpse of you don't have to live paycheck to paycheck. And guess what? I'm gonna send you on this trip Or guess what? I'm gonna give you. You gotta. Here's a credit card for you so that you can buy you some food whenever you want to.
Mm-hmm.
You're gonna fall in line. And I'm talking to.
Well,
I'm talking to the dope boys.
Yeah.
I'm talking to the pastors who get all that money. I'm
Yeah.
talking to everyone in the African American community who has immediate access to us, man.
Mm-hmm.
It's very hard to be an independent. I promise you that.
Mm-hmm.
That boy Raja put so much money in the Democratic coffers, and he ended up losing.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
That APAC and all of that stuff that was going on.
Yeah.
Now it's up. Like I said, JB was down there doing a jigaboo with Reverend Perm in New York. Because he on his way. Like you know, and then you got Juliana, she finna man.
Yeah.
Man, y'all quit playing.
Yeah.
And so the folks who were the guys who were the street soldiers, it was the street soldiers. The street soldiers were the guys, you know, when we on VON and we out and we outside, we gotta have security because dude them walking up like, man, what Kendall at?
Yeah.
He be talking too much, you know. I'm making that up because you know I'm good in the hood. But the point that I am, because when they get the money still is not making it where it needs to make to. You giving money to guys who just got out, and you owe them money. What about the money that needs to go to the school?
Right.
We are in reverse, whether people want to know it or not, man. We are in reverse, and I promise y'all that.
Yeah,
I gotta take it. No, we in reverse, man. You can't chop it up no other
We
type
are.
of way,
I talk
man.
about it all the time. So let me tell you something. I'm gonna keep it real with y'all. It's a lot of stuff I won't say to y'all. I can't say. A lot of stuff I really would love to say to y'all, and you won't like me when I say it because you're gonna take it personal. But we are going backwards. We are not progressing. We are digressing, and you see it every year with voting. You see it every year with property and values and valuables. I guess that's all together as property. You see us digressing, and we can't figure it out what it is. Well, I think it might have something to do with what we doing personally. But I'm gonna be quiet.
All right, listen. When we get back, we talking about Melania now. We got to push her back. Because there's a whole piece with Melania and Trump and all that. But when we return, I got to talk about what's going on in Matteson, Illinois.
Yes.
Matteson, Illinois. It was a kid takeover last week. Tomorrow we're gonna be. I'll tell y'all about it. We're talking about teen takeover in the suburbs. Let's do the comparison and contrast when it happens in the city versus when it happens in the suburbs, and how black men and how parents, how they react. It's the Kendall Moore Show. We're back in a moment.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
Arrival is generating major fan interest and could boost the team's visibility heading into the new WNBA season. I'm Amber Payton with BIN News Now. Back to you, Andrea.
Thank you, Amber. Vice President J.D. Vance has arrived in Pakistan for peace talks between the U.S. and Iran. But according to NBC News, President Trump is accusing Iran of failing to keep the Strait of Hormuz open. At the same time, Iran is claiming that the ceasefire includes Lebanon, where Israel is continuing to launch strikes. The U.S. and Israel dispute that. Joining Vance for the talks are U.S. envoy Steve Witkoff and President Trump's son-in-law, Jared Kushner. The anticipated splashdown of the Orion spacecraft off the coast of San Diego is just minutes away. The USS John P. Murtha will recover the crew at about 5:07 p.m. Pacific time near San Diego. That's 8:07 Eastern. Andrew Wild from the Fleet Science Center says the mission of the Artemis II crew was important.
The Artemis mission really is the next phase of space exploration for NASA and humanity. The initial phase of this program is laying the foundation for us to get back to the moon, to set up a base on the moon, to do both commercial and scientific exploration, and then eventually lay the foundation for us to get to Mars.
Victor Glover, a black astronaut, piloted the Orion spacecraft, becoming the first black person to travel toward the moon. Well, thousands of black Americans are in New York City this week attending Al Sharpton's National Action Network annual convention. Yesterday, Reverend Sharpton explored the notion of black folk celebrating America's upcoming 250th anniversary.
They celebrate signing the Declaration of Independence 1776. We were not even emancipated until 1863. So I don't know what everybody getting ready for a celebration you know, that it seems crazy for me to have on the birthday hat at your birthday party. That ain't my party.
And last night at the convention, Maryland's Governor Wes Moore participated in a fireside chat. This afternoon, he shared the core message with me that he wanted to convey to the audience.
We all understand the type of assault that we're all receiving from the Trump-Vance administration. And in fact, there's no state that has had a greater direct impact of this assault than the state of Maryland. You know, there have been over 31,000 Marylanders who Donald Trump and J.D. Vance have fired over the past year who are federal workers, and thousands more who are federal worker adjacent jobs. And so we all understand the damage that they are causing. But this is also the moment for us to stand up. This is the moment for us to build and repair and to fight and to lead. And I think that's the message that I really wanted to share is let's never forget our power.
Former Vice President and presidential candidate Kamala Harris also spoke at the convention, saying she's thinking about running for president again in 2028. This is BIN News this hour. Be sure to follow us wherever you get your podcast. I'm Andrea Coleman on the Black Information Network, home of Black News First.
Get the Black news that matters in 30 minutes on the Black Information Network. This is BIN on iHeartRadio.
I'm Bill Black with another Bet You Didn't Know music fact. All right, class, today let's talk about the song that got away. So this is New Edition. You know, Ronnie, Bobby, Ricky, Mike, Johnny, Ralph. And they've given us hits throughout the years like If It Isn't Love, Candy Girl, and Can You Stand the Rain? Then there was the song that was written with New Edition in mind, but kind of got away. Let me explain. Let's take it back to 1985 in the movie Crush Groove, starring Blair Underwood, Sheila E., and a slew of rappers like LL Cool J, Run DMC, the Fat Boys, and even New Edition was in the movie. Producers Jimmy Jam and Terry Lewis were asked to write a ballad for the love scene of the movie. But due to contract negotiations, New Edition's label would not allow them to record the song for the soundtrack. The song instead went to the Force MDs. The song, Tender Love. I'm Bill Black with another Bet You Didn't Know music fact on the Black Information Network.
Original Black reporting.
The Black Information Network.
BIN.
Your community, your coverage. I'm Mike Stevens on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network. A Black Charlotte, North Carolina school district employee is accused of killing his wife, a beloved pastor, which has family, friends, and her congregation shaken up. Eddie McCollum was arrested this week after his wife, 58-year-old Tammy McCollum, senior pastor at the Well Worship Center in Statesville, was shot to death. WCNC Television spoke with one of the children.
Disbelief, of course, shock, of course. I feel like everyone involved, myself, my siblings, our spouses, our children, I feel like everyone is in such a state of confusion because my father loved my mother dearly.
Eddie McCollum had been working as a teaching assistant for exceptional children at a Charlotte middle school. A Detroit man is suing a female police sergeant and the city, claiming falsified reports led to his conviction. The anonymous lawsuit targets Black Sergeant Shamar Woods Carey, who said the man was her stalker, and she denies any wrongdoing.
I was just taken back.
WVON is all about family. That's why Jill Ross of the Shenanigans series is back, bringing literacy to life for young people ages 6 to 16. It's the Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. The Chicago Read-In is designed to excite and stimulate the minds of young people by promoting the power of literacy and storytelling. It's an afternoon of live performances, including hip-hop ballet from Homer Bryant's Hip Let's Ballet Troupe, fresh off Broadway as Simba in The Lion King. It's Chicago's own A.J. Rhodes Jr. Enjoy spoken word by Logan Liu, blues by Fernando Jones, and get a history lesson on Maxwell Street from actress Dawn Bless. There'll be tap, mimes, sculptors, Black cowboys. We're bringing our history to life for the next generation. You can also meet authors, purchase books, and connect to other child-friendly resources. The Chicago Read-In is a family affair and it's free, but registration is required. Register at Eventbrite or at at WVON.com. The Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the show starts at 12 noon sharp. We're celebrating literacy, celebrating young people, celebrating our culture. On the station that celebrates Black excellence, WVON. The Chicago Read-In is produced in conjunction with Vaughn TV's upcoming series, Turn the Page, coming to Vaughn TV this summer.
WVON birthday celebration continues on Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery as we host the legendary Regina Belle. That's right, Regina Belle is heading to Chicago for 2 shows at the City Winery, singing all of your favorites.
Baby, come to me, 'cause I love you.
This is your boy Maddie. Come join me. I'll be hosting both shows at 5 p.m. and 8:30. Don't miss R&B and jazz legend Regina Belle, Saturday, April 18th at the City Winery, 1200 West Randolph. Tickets are going fast. Get yours today, and happy birthday, WVON.
This summer with Kohl's, you can rack up the compliments. Like, where'd you get that dress? Tell me all your makeup secrets. Or, ooh, my husband needs that polo in every color. Because Kohl's has what you need. Cute dresses, Sephora essentials, stylish polos, comfy kids clothes, and more. Plus, take 20% off some of your faves. Yep, cue the compliments with Kohl's. Select styles, some exclusions apply. Offer ends July 20th. Coupons and Kohl's Cash do not apply to Sephora. See store or kohls.com for details.
It's Matt McGill.
Matt, we did want to give you a little how do you do today. I'm from McGuire. How do you do, Matt McGill? How do you do? How do you do, Matt McGill? How do you do? You may think you're upper class, but you're just a horse. How do you do, Matt McGill? How do you do?
Thank you, guys.
McGuire, you're welcome.
Matt McGill on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no. So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
WVON, honoring 63 years and building what's next.
It's Kendall Moore on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
Yeah. Shorty, I know what you need. I got everything you need. I promise I ain't gonna hold out, nigga. I'm gonna give it all to you, baby. Swear to God. I said, baby, if you give it to me, I'll give it to you. I know what you want. You know I got it, baby.
All right, welcome back. We are WVON. It's the Friday night show. Kendall Moore, I get you from your work week to your weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, I have breaking news for you. The Artemis II, the crew just splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. This is breaking news right now. We're reporting it live here from WVON. And it's been very successful. Again, breaking news here at WVON, the Artemis II, the crew just splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. What's going on, Turbine? They did. They made it. They made it home safe. And you know, this was a first because we had an African American male. And by the way, big shout, Ken Duncan. He reminded me that. Doc was a He was a member of Phi Beta Sigma.
Yeah.
You know, people are always talking about Black Greek lettered organizations.
Right.
And then we also had a woman on here too.
Yes, Mae Jemison.
May
was it Mae?
Yeah. Let's make sure we had that right. But nonetheless, though, they just splashed down. Breaking news here at at WVON. Thoughts on that, Will? Any immediate?
Like I said, that's
the
progress.
longest trip from Earth. They actually went to the other side of the moon this time.
I have a lot of thoughts about that. Let me just start off by saying, first of all, I had no idea 10 days ago that we were sending somebody up to the moon.
Really? Because there's so much news
that
is going
stuff happening. And I found out they'd already left. I'm like, oh, so I'm thinking it's a satellite. But yeah, I'm honored, man. It shows that they're thinking about Black folks in space too. Well, when you look, I'm keeping it 100 because when you look at all these movies with Star Wars and all this, you don't see us a whole lot. And on top of that, when it comes to the history of the NASA program, John F. Kennedy was trying to send a Black man up in space to the moon, and they rejected that. They rejected him. He got kicked out of the program, and they were able to send Neil Armstrong and all these guys. So I think it's just, look, Ronald McNair didn't make it. God bless him. Mae Jemison, she made it out into space, and now this gentleman is making it to the moon, around the moon, and he's representing us. He makes the race proud, the human race,
the human race. And it's big. So again, ladies and gentlemen, breaking news here at WVON, the Artemis 2, the crew splashed down in the Pacific Ocean. So man, just big. 591-1690 is the number, folks. You can give me a call. Let me know how you're feeling about this. Will, to your point, we have been laden with so much news from what is happening in Lebanon.
Yes.
To what is happening in Iraq, to the Epstein file. Like it's one thing after the next.
I got a lot of thoughts on all these things that's been happening in such a short period of time. You would think all these initiatives and activities would be stretched out over a 4-year term for possible reelection. But my personal opinion, and I know we got to talk about something else, is this president right now, he's currently trying to set himself up to be the greatest president ever, because he has a problem with Barack Obama being the greatest president ever. He takes his pictures down, he puts his pictures in the back, he shuts down all the stuff that he's initiated for Black people. He wants his Black people back. So he trying to impress us. So y'all give him a hand. Give the orange man a hand. He wants his Negroes back. He wants you back. That's right. He even got people, Black Republicans, trying to take it. But they know the man, they looking at everything he's doing crazy. But they still support him. And but God bless him, man. God bless him.
All right. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, so make sure, and I know we'll be reporting on this and giving you full coverage on this. But beginning, I'm sure we'll do a story on it very soon here at WVON, and I know Rufus probably will cover it extensively come Monday morning. If not, Brother Salim Muwakil on Friday. But on Saturday. My apologies for that. So, but the Artemis 2, Rev, just landed.
Yes.
They just landed recently. So
well, they obviously avoided that great scare, whereas they kept trying it before this one with Artemis 1 and the shield in re-entering. That was to protect them from over 5,000 degrees as they're entering back into the atmosphere and through the gravity of the Earth. It obviously proved to whatever modifications they made seemed to work. So that's a good thing. That's a good thing. I'm praying they're all well. But when they get back to Earth, they have to go through this extensive cloning. Because they change into a, they come.
I'm not gonna tell you what I'm a weird guy, man. I think about all type of stuff. Like, what could they possibly be doing in space? Why did they send 3 dudes and 1 girl?
They're trying to see how things are different without gravity.
And there was a report that sperm can't even travel to the egg in in space.
How would they know?
Oh, that's a whole nother conversation.
Where is this conversation
when
going?
you're in the bathroom and you just like, you got to release yourself. Does it float?
Does it float? Yeah, it does.
Pause.
That's nasty, Turbine. I know it is, man. I want to make it. All right, so the extract.
Flip the page. All night looking at the ceiling.
There it is. So I'm reading right now that the recovery divers were from the USS John P. Murtha. They assisted the astronauts into an inflatable raft before they were airlifted via helicopter to the ship. So there will be a medical evaluation, and once aboard the USS Murtha, the crew, they underwent initial medical assessments, to your point, Rev, before being transported back to San Diego and eventually to NASA's Johnson Space Center in Houston. So congratulations, United States of America. You know, Trump is going to take all of the credit for it.
Yes.
If it wasn't for me and SpaceX and
I wouldn't send them back to the moon again.
And that's why. Anyway, we're at the 20, folks. We got to take a break. When we return, Brother Raheem, you are first on deck. We'll get back on task. Breaking news, folks. The Artemis 2. It has splashed it. It's the Kendall Moore Show.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
Hi, I'm Lori Smith, host of Meeting the Moment. WVON, in partnership with the Chicago Community Trust, developed Meeting the Moment to amplify the voices of nonprofits across Chicagoland, giving them the communication tools they need to expand their reach and turn awareness into action. Right now, our communities are facing real challenges, from economic uncertainty to public safety to access and equity. But in the middle of it all, there are organizations doing the work quietly, faithfully, powerfully. With Meeting the Moment, we'll have honest conversations about the issues shaping our region and, more importantly, the solutions happening on the ground. And each week, we'll feature a Chicagoland nonprofit making a difference. You'll hear their story and find out how you can support their work. Because Meeting the Moment is about more than just awareness. It's about impact. Join the Meeting the Moment movement, a program designed for the doers. For more information, visit WVON.com/Meeting the Moment. Listen every Saturday at 12 noon, right here on WVON 1690, the talk of Chicago. Let's meet the moment together. Powered by the Chicago Community Trust.
WVON turned 63 years young in April, and we're celebrating all month long. Join us for WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater on Friday, April 24th, for the return of the award-winning play, The Jackie Wilson Story. This electrifying production will have you singing and dancing in the aisles as the Black Ensemble brings this musical legend to life. His voice, his moves, his music. It changed everything, from Jackie Wilson's Lonely Teardrops to Higher and Higher. It's more than a musical. It's a theatrical experience. Join WVON's afternoon personalities, Atiba Buchanan and me, LaDonna Ray, as we host WVON Night at the Black Ensemble Theater, 4450 North Clark, Friday, April 24th. Get your tickets now at ticketfalcon.com or click the Black Ensemble banner at WVON.com. WVON is 63 and still having fun.
Hi, I'm attorney Ernesto Borges. I'd like to invite you to join me for the Borges Report for lively discussions about legal matters, politics, government, entertainment, and the topics that concern you in your life. Start your Sunday the Borges way with the Borges Report.
The Borges Report with Ernesto Borges, Sunday mornings at 9 on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. That you can be vulnerable and powerful. That you can be more connected and and resilient. That taking care of me makes us stronger. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
I may ask this family about what they eat.
Dr. M?
If he's turning playtime into screen time, that might be something I'd like to know. Has he tried smoking? Does he vape? I might even ask about changes to her body. Is she feeling overwhelmed? Any signs of anxiety? If we feel comfortable asking these questions, shouldn't we also be asking, how do you store firearms in your home?
Firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. It's our responsibility to have a conversation about firearm injury prevention, because questions about safety are questions about health. Find tools at agreetoagree.org/healthcare.
Don't you wish your life came with a warning app?
Stop. That dog does not want to be petted.
Just a little heads up before something bad happens.
Move your coffee cup away from your computer.
Oh, no.
So you can have more control.
Stop. You're texting your boss by mistake.
Uh-oh. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org.
Warning. The cap is loose on that ketchup.
Ugh. Don't wait. You have the power to change the outcome. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its prediabetes awareness partners.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? Oh, more ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
I went deaf on it. Ever since you left me, more money, more cars, more show. Ever since you left me, more diamonds, more gold, more motion, more. I went deaf on it. I went deaf on it.
All right, welcome back. We are 1690 AM with WVON. It's Kendall Moore Show. We get you from your work week to your weekend. Westside Will.
What up?
We got the Rev in the building.
Yes, sir. I'm here.
And Turbine on the ones and twos. And most importantly, guys, it is about you. 591-1690. That is the number. Brother Raheem is on the line. Brother Raheem, peace and blessings to you, man.
I don't know what to say to you, but I should say assalamu alaikum, all power to the people. The number of years I've been knowing you and talking to you. And I can take you back all the way until we used to come on the first floor of an empty apartment building where you used to stay at and teach you Tashi. you don't remember all that. See? But I'm appalled
Bro Raheem.
at the point that you, of all people, say that the older people is peeing on themselves, not taking care of themselves, and et cetera, et cetera. And then you say, no insult. I'm not But what are you doing then if you're not insulting?
Hey, bro, Raheem. So let me pause for
Yes,
1
sir.
second, and I say this humbly, and I think I tried to be humble when I said that in the first place. I say that
But it didn't come over the air that way.
Okay, and so let me say that to everyone right now, because if you're saying that, that means it did come across the wrong way, and that's not what I meant. Graphic.
I've been knowing you too many years.
Yeah, bro.
I know,
Raheem,
I know you didn't mean that.
No, I ain't mean it. I didn't mean it like that. I love and respect my elders too much. The point that I'm trying to get at, man, bro, Raheem, I'm just dying in the inside, man. I'm not gonna even lie to you, because our elders, man, they're transitioning, they're passing. You know, the younger generations, we're not bridging the gap with them. The knowledge is not being shared, man, and we are going in reverse, man. I was just, just trying to describe, like, people need to understand that I had to take care of my mom before she died. You know what I'm saying? I had to take care of my dad before.
I understand that.
It's the pain, man. It's the pain that I was describing, man. As we transition, man.
I understand. There's not too many of us that have made it to this. I was talking the other morning on WVON, because I mean, it's the point that we can't even recognize what we are, who we are. Nope. So many of us are talking negative, and it ends up talking about each other. But the point I want to make is that most of the things that we're discussing was taught to us to be in the condition that we're in, to be separated. You got to understand that what these people were trying to do to us was bring about a division, divide, conquer, and destroy. That everything that we're going through is a mentality that has been created for us to be in this condition that we're in today. And to get out of it, you needed to communicate more with the elders, especially when it comes to health, because they attacked us in every level of consciousness there was. And so many of us are not going to make it through it because of the lack of knowledge that we're engrossed in. Paying attention to things that we should be directing in a different aspect. Many of us don't even understand the point of being black. Knowing that the Caucasians colorized the whole world. And that was a part of the division, keeping us separated. But those of us as a conscious of realize that we may not have been born in Africa, but Africa was born in us. In other words, we must start going within ourselves to develop that consciousness where we'll reach those levels that we're supposed to reach. And create that love that is embedded in the children that are being born, that they know how to get to the levels where we're at today. So I'm not in a way of angry, but criticized. But at times, the elders sometimes have to spank the young when they go off a little bit and say, hey, get back on track. You're leading a little bit. Those that are worth doing that for.
Yes,
and
sir.
You're one of those that I characterize as those that have to be on a certain path because there's others following you and listening to you. So the things that you utter out your mouth have got to be correct.
Absolutely. And I take that to heart.
So I love you.
I'm sorry, Brother Raheem. Please continue.
So I love you. I just want, I got that hit my heart a little bit, and I had to say, let me put him back on track.
Yeah.
And when you go off a little bit, you got to be. I go back too far with you, whether you realize it or not. I can sit and talk to you. I go all the way back when we used to go in them empty apartments over there on the first floor.
Yes, sir. I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about. I do. And I really appreciate this call, and I respect that, and that's exactly where I'm going with the rest of tonight's conversation too, Brother Raheem. It really is. And you're an example setter because we put things in you that others weren't able to get
because they wasn't around. You feel me?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
There were certain ones of you that was worthy of receiving the knowledge as to what to do with it when you get it. Keep on working, brother. Keep on teaching. Love you. Assalamu alaikum. All power to the people.
Wa alaikum assalam. Alhamdulillah. Brother Raheem. And you know, I talk about this like when I was on 87th Street and even before then. And there's nothing more that I can add to what was just stated, other than my love being reciprocated to community. And that's why it's just we're so powerful as a people.
True.
Will and I, we were just talking about this in the hallway, man. Because I honestly, that's Rev, you another brother, man. That's why we sit here and we do what we do on Fridays. And I know that to be true because we love our people, man. We joke, we make snide remarks and we do that, but we do it because we love our people. And I was just saying, man, Will, we were just talking about, Will sits in the damn seat. We're all uniquely yoked because of the work that we've done from a generational standpoint, as well as the type of work that we are involved in. Will from politics, me from social justice, that part. Rev, you from politics, you from generational standpoint. And so I'm gonna bring this back because we're about to have this conversation. We're hustling backwards, man, with our people. And it hurts. It really does, man.
Oh, me too.
But it hurts me, Rev, because we lifting up the wrong people. We having the wrong conversations. We got generations who are right above me. All they care about is selling books and having titles behind their names. And for every one of them, it's 100 to 200,000 who are suffering. And we trying to figure out how do we get here. I'm always talking about, man, we need to have term limits. Term limits ain't gonna even help us anymore. You know what I'm saying? We too far gone in that.
Yeah.
Bobby Rush, he gone. Danny Davis, he gone.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Jesse, he gone. And I'm saying gone in the sense where the connectivity of where it needs to be connected to, that time has passed.
Yes.
You can't be feeble or not knowing half of the things that are coming out of your mouth to try to pass it down. It gets passed down when you are in your prime. And that's how it used to be passed down in the tribes. That's why the kids were always That's why the kids were always with the elders, especially the one we knew what everybody was going to do.
Yeah. But they're not with the elders anymore. We letting the kids do whatever the hell.
And now the kids are running.
I think
the kids are.
We are letting these children do whatever the hell they want to do, because we keep talking about 10, 20 years ago, we was talking about they need to be heard, they need a voice.
Right.
And they need some understanding, and we do need to think about that. But like I go along with the old adage that children are to be seen and not to be heard until they get to the level that they can be heard. They can talk to you. And I think we've been letting kids from an age of 2, 3 say whatever the hell they want to say and do whatever the hell they want to do. So when they become, the older they get more comfortable, and they can come out here and they'll easily disrespect me and Kendall. And then they'll easily disrespect you. Then they'll go downtown and they'll do all this craziness. This is stuff we never did, Kendall.
Never.
We went downtown as kids on Easter. We stood in line to go to the movies. Yeah, we did some crazy stuff, but we wasn't jumping on top of your cars. We wasn't stealing out the damn gas stations. We wasn't doing none of this stuff. What's going on? I don't want to blame this. We ain't blaming this on the white man, because the white man can't come into your house.
We can't.
Something going on in your house and you not saying anything. And that boy, he big now, and you don't want to say nothing to that boy. You scared of him. Where's daddy at?
That's it.
Where's daddy at? That girl, you don't know how to raise that girl. It's a few of us out here trying to raise that girl. where her mom at? You need to get somebody that can talk to him. I really think, I can say a whole lot of stuff. Y'all will hate me. I know you'll hate me. But let me say this.
Yeah.
I am a black man. I live in the black community. I have been discriminated against. I continue to be discriminated against. I continue to be looked down upon, just like you. I am with you. But we have some inter-conflicts we need to correct if we want to stop all this madness and stop this backslide to destruction. Because Negroes are on cruise control to destruction. We are. We have to look inward at us. I can't worry about what the white man doing outside of our community. We in the community, but you know what I'm saying. Outside our homes, we got to do that. We can't worry about what's happening in Palestine, what's happening in Israel. We can't worry about the other people. We got to start getting ourselves together because we are losing every day. You don't see what I see. Y'all don't see what I see. Y'all don't see what I see. I talk to people every day.
Every day.
All walks of life.
Every
and I be
day.
like, man, what's going on? What's going on? And I have been called sellout, Uncle Tom, this. No, I'm not. I'm none of that. I love y'all. I'm a black man, but I'm telling y'all, if y'all don't get a hold of what's going on in your households, with your children, with your significant other, if y'all don't discipline yourself, we are going to lose big time. I see it every day. And that's as PG as I can make it for you, because I got some words.
Yeah,
but I'm gonna be quiet.
Let me take this break. When we return, we're gonna let's talk about this Culver situation in Matteson, Illinois, and that really it bridges the gap between this conversation that we're having relative to this generational thing that it's gotten out of control. So we'll take a break, very brief break, and then we're coming back. Culver's in Matteson, Illinois. We're going to have that conversation. I had a chance to speak with Dawn Murray. She's the only African American. She's the only African American, and she's a female who owns a Culver's. We didn't even know that. I didn't even know that. But I had a chance to speak with her briefly on the phone today. So I'm going to bring that conversation up and connect these dots. It's the Kendall Moore Show. We're back in a second.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
Got a 3, got a 2, got a 1. Yes! Tune in Friday, 9 to midnight for The Fundamentals, where I, Titus T. Del Williams, bring the mental.
Thanks, Captain Obvious.
And I, DJ Turbine Arturo Garza, bring the fun.
Are you not entertained? Is this not why you are here? So if you want some wacky,
some good conversation,
but some fun,
and a little serious,
for all your sports needs, tune in to The Fundamentals.
Friday nights, 9 to midnight. We'll see you there.
You like that? You like that?
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? More ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better.
Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Take a look under your bed. Find stuff under there? What about jobs? No? Now try your basement. There's a pair of overalls that overall you're not so into anymore. A perfectly good laptop that hasn't sat in your lap in months. And even more stuff, but still no jobs? Well, you really have both. See, stuff is defined as household articles considered as a group. Sometimes this stuff is no longer needed. Wait, no longer needed? That can't be right. Because remember those jobs you were looking for? Those are really needed, and they're the stuff inside your stuff. Even inside that winter coat that moved with you to Phoenix. Our job is to unlock those jobs, and it starts when you donate your stuff to your local Goodwill. Here's how we do it. When you donate to Goodwill, we sell your stuff to provide job training for people right here in your community. So just by teaming up with Goodwill, you help create jobs. And isn't that worth parting with the leftover keytar from your 80s cover band? Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org. A message from Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself every time you felt different. And I want you to know that taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you. That you can be vulnerable and powerful. That you can be more connected and resilient. That taking care of me makes us stronger. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
I may ask this family about what they eat.
Dr. M?
If he's turning playtime into screen time, that might be something I'd like to know. Has he tried smoking? Does he vape? I might even ask about changes to her body. Is she feeling overwhelmed? Any signs of anxiety? If we feel comfortable asking these questions, shouldn't we also be asking, how do you store firearms in your home?
Firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. It's our responsibility to have a conversation about firearm injury prevention, because questions about safety are questions about health. Find tools at agreetoagree.org/healthcare.
Kendall Moore on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Sipping my kombucha on a rooftop, smoking blue dream on my Kama Sutra. Life is but a dream for a dark skin like me. Life gets dark when you're dark like me. Times get hard with a heart this big. Mouths get fed when you're this thick. Count my sheep, then I catch my Z's. I don't read y'all tweets, I delete y'all threads. Don't need to be 10 feet.
All right, welcome back. We're 1690. We are AM. We are WVON. We stream live. It's the Friday night show, folks. All right, every Friday we get you from your work week to your weekend. 591-1690. It is time to open the phone lines. Jump in that chat room. Correctional Officer 41, you know what you're showing out in this chat room. You like my brother Patah, who used to do all that other stuff, man. We're going to make sure, hey, Tiffany Willis, we certainly appreciate you being there. Mike Coleman, I always say what's up to you. We got Kobe Michael Jones. I'm going to be at Culver's tomorrow sometime between 11 and 1. Kobe, very good. Listen, let me tell you, I'm glad I stopped right there with you, Kobe Michael Jones. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm bringing this story back to you guys. The incident at Culver's in Matheson, it's a month-long pattern of disruptive behavior by large groups of teens that escalated into vandalism. It prompted the franchise owner, Sister Dawn Murray. I talked to Dawn briefly earlier today. She had to speak out publicly. And so what actually happened is it was a group of teams. They began gathering at Culver's, and this is on Cicero Avenue. Listen, Will, you've been to my house, me and Nicole's house.
Yep.
You know we stay right around the corner from this damn Culver's.
Yeah.
Listen, so the behavior, it eventually escalated into food fights, the kids walking on tables, vandalizing bathrooms, loud disruptive behavior. Let me stop at the loud disruptive behavior. When you go to Culver's in other communities, Culver's,
not what's the burger place? Not the other burger place.
McDonald's, Burger King,
or what's the Red Robin and all that. Culver's.
But when you go to Culver's, there's a level of, for lack of a better term, decorum. You can go there with your family. I feel comfortable taking my twins to Culver's. Any Culver's. I mean, I can't lie to you, but especially in Madison, Illinois. Disruptive behavior, kids getting out of school. We have Cole and Powell, which is right there. Cole and Powell is a middle school, from 6th to 8th grade. Kids get out, Culver's, they can walk to Culver's, but not just the kids who attend. Here's something else that I want to put into the mix that I want everybody to think about. You got the cousins who live in the city who come out there on the weekend. And Madison, Illinois, and I'm not saying this just because I live there. Honestly, it is a very safe place to live. It really is. To the mayor, and I know her quite well, her and her husband, the entire team out there. Sheila, she's doing a fantastic job. The chief of police out there, they're doing the fire chief, they're doing. It really is. It is. It's just a nice community to raise your children at.
Got it.
And so to have loud, disruptive behavior to make customers uncomfortable. You have families sitting in this establishment, and you got these unruly kids who are coming in, and they're not unruly, but that's not their MO.
Right.
Got it.
They doing that because they're trying to emulate or trying to be somebody who they are not. And you guys know my son, Connor. Yeah. And Connor he's not a part of that group, but Connor he's 14 years old. Yeah. He hangs out with boys that age and girls, because not just boys. It's the students and, it's the kids comprehensively and overall. We often say, not my child, not my child.
Yeah.
The parents out there had the gall and they had the wherewithal to go grab their kids because Dawn, she's in community, man. It truly is community out there in Madison, Illinois. You can't make this up.
I know, I'm shocked.
Will, because you, like I said, you come out there to visit me and Nicole all the time. So you already know how it goes. The reason that I bring this up, man, is because now we have suburban kids trying to act like somebody who they are not. But the situation was handled completely different. The parents didn't get upset because their kids got checked. Like, hey, your kids can't come in here without you no more. The parents didn't get upset and like, well, we ain't gonna visit that business and we're not gonna do that. And what's more is the men of the community stood up as well, which is why tomorrow we're gonna be supporting that Culver's from 11 a.m. until 1 p.m. tomorrow. As a show of force, this is how this is community, man.
Got it.
Do y'all understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
This is completely different from how
it's been handled in the city.
Because I'm not saying that parents ain't parents out in the city.
Yeah, but
when you have a strong community of men and women and parents who care about community,
yes,
I'm gonna whoop my kids' ass. Like, boy, was you a part of that? And they had surveillance. So Don was able to show every kid that was in it. Matter of fact, it was so easy to do because we know all the damn kids.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Right, yeah.
Right. If you don't live out here, who is that?
Right.
Yeah.
Connor, who is that? Like, which school does he go to?
Right.
We need to know who you hanging out with. Why is he out here? Who house is he going into? So we can know what family that we need to be talking to.
Got it.
So the conversation, Will and Rev, I'm 591-1690, and I'm asking everybody else that's out there. When there is true community and care for our kids and care for our businesses, because my man from Sip and Savor, he was on earlier this week, and that's my guy too. Me and him done attended the damn Chicago Sky game together. That's a Black Batman's guy, Will.
Oh, okay.
That's Phil. That's Phil's guy.
Phil.
Yeah, the guy who owns the Sip and Savers.
Yes, sir. Oh,
you know, he got vandalized again today. I mean, earlier this week, and he's begging and pleading. Why? Two things here: community out in the suburbs, and then two, why are we not respecting these Black businesses? And Culver, like Don does it, she hires all of the kids in there Black, man.
I got a lot of things to say with this.
Come on with it, Will. 591-16. I got to see more
enough time for us to continue.
And this is not about the South suburbs in the city.
It's not about the South suburbs in the city, but it is. People move out. It's about economics too. You move out. You move out of the city to the suburbs because you feel like the suburbs are better and safer. The schools are better. You can raise your kids out there. You feel like it's too much chaos in the city. When you move out to the suburbs, generally you're moving around people who have the same type of economic outlook, social outlook that you have. So that's what we do. We generally, those who can, we group around people who think the same, who feel the same about us. When it comes to the crime that is happening, whether it's in the city, not that much in the suburbs, you got to look at the male dynamic and real talk.
That's big.
When you look at statistics,
that's big.
The Black males are doing the crime. I'm not saying we the only ones doing the crime, but as far as our community, what's going on, it's the Black males doing the crime. And you better get a hold of these young Black men, because these young Black boys turn into these angry Black men later.
Will, are we saying that there are more Black men in the sub? So there are more married couples. There are more males involved in their children's
married couples
lives.
Are just people who are a little bit more responsible. They understand, and I shouldn't say it like that, but I don't.
But you're saying it like that because you are absolutely correct.
They move out for a particular reason, but
people don't want to hear, but they
live in
hear.
the city. But who are just like you, but they seem to be outnumbered. But the thing is, regardless of that, we all have to cooperate and be together, whether your economics are the same or they're different. I am concerned about these young Black men who I see, young Black men, 19 years old, begging outside of Jewel all the time, in Oak Park, in Austin. In the Austin area, they getting younger and younger every day. You see an older man begging for some change. Now I'm seeing these young boys who are addicted to fentanyl, and they begging for change. They're asking for food. I mean, you just 19 years old. What's going on? You know, they are going to burn down the village because nobody gave a damn about them. And I preached this before. I'm gonna continue to preach it. If y'all don't bring these boys back home, you will pay the price. We will all pay the price.
Man, listen, 591-1690 is the number. My girl, Dawn Murray, again, owner of Culver's out there in Manteson, Illinois. She even buys meals for kids who can't even afford to eat. You know, she rewards students with good grades, connecting teens to, like, it's how community should be working.
It's about community.
It's about community.
I shouldn't. Let me say this. I sound very misogynist right now, but I'm not trying to sound very misogynist. What I'm saying is, when everybody you just mentioned, from the people who are the teachers who died, and to the people who are doing something just now, you said the men. You mentioned men. Men are the stronghold of any community, and if you're not building men, you building boys who are going to be boys the rest of their life,
or sissies,
or whatever. I don't
have
no problem with your sexual preference, but what I am
saying, let's be very clear about that.
Build these boys into real responsible men. If you keep ignoring them, they're gonna set this damn village on fire.
Let's go, Lillian. How are you? Welcome to the Kendall Moore Show.
Hello, how are you?
I'm well, thank you.
That's good. Listen, I am a mother of 3. I raised my children in Flossmoor, so I can speak to this. My mother-in-law, God rest her soul, she used to say all the time when she would come, because she was from the city, and she says the dogs don't even bark out here. They just look up at their owners and say, this is what I want. We got a lot of issues, as the gentleman was saying. We've got to come together because there's economic divide, education divide. You know, you've got more married parents. Where my kids went to school, they were like, because I was Black, one of the few Blacks that had moved out there at that particular time, they said, oh, do you all have the same name? I was like, what? So we've got a lot of divide. And because of divide, you've got fathers in the family. My husband, he would go in and speak at the people at the school if there's issues going on. But you don't have that. And until we get the men, again, back involved, we're going to continue to have this problem. And we've got to bring ourselves back together as a culture.
Yep. Lillian, I certainly appreciate that comment. Hey, folks, hang on. I got to take a break. Mark Carter, you're coming up at 8 o'clock. And then I'll take the rest of you guys after that. We'll continue this conversation. And the conversation is about, this whole Culver's thing. It's not a comparison. It really isn't. But it's about how we react. Like different communities, they react differently. So if it didn't happen in Matteson, Illinois, Oak Park is right there on the cusp of Chicago as well. Mm-hmm. That stuff ain't happening in Oak Park. They're not doing
it. Happened. It tried to happen.
It tried to happen, and they were able to throw it.
Yeah. Now I live in Austin, so I live in Chicago. But yeah, it tried to happen on Lake Street over in Oak Park.
All right,
it tried to happen.
Let's continue this conversation. It's the Kendall Moore Show. We're back in just a brief moment.
Just annoying. Blame it on the fame. Blame it on the do say. Got you feeling low. Y'all wouldn't believe I'm on drugs and forsaken. They won't credit me, so they blame it on Satan. Blame it on my label. Blame it on my team. End of the day, everything is on me. Miss Back Lady.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
I'm Kevin Brown on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. Mayor Zohran Mamdani's free 2-year-old child care program for New York City will be all year and cover the entire day. Mamdani says this will help working parents.
The traditional model of childcare has forced them to rush out of the office, has forced them to pray that their stars will align so that they will actually be able to pick up their child in time.
Mamdani announced the free 2K program that's coming online next fall for 2,000 families that'll offer coverage from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays all year in most cases. The mayor says extended childcare hours will be huge for parents.
Pick up and drop off at a traditional 3 p.m. time can be unmanageable. We see parents who are forced to either miss important work obligations or shell out for secondary childcare.
The Miami, Florida City Commission is considering a proposal, RE13, tackling affordable and workforce housing, especially for teachers. 13% of teachers in Miami-Dade County schools are Black. And former state representative and mayor of South Miami, Julio Urbana, is speaking in support of the proposal.
The Ludlam Trail Apartments for Teachers is a must. It's long overdue. I'm a product of Dade County public school systems, and let me tell you, housing has gotten horrible for teachers, especially with the salaries paid.
The proposal would change the city's zoning code to allow mixed-use development on land zoned for certain civic uses, like churches, schools, and nonprofits. Civil rights advocates are concerned that automatic draft registration using government databases could disproportionately harm transgender and immigrant youth. Personal data such as age, sex, and address could be pulled from federal databases without consent, raising privacy concerns. Citizenship, immigration, and visa status would also impact the automatic draft registration process. The proposed rule, which transfers responsibility for registration to the Selective Service System, is still under review and pending finalization. Failure to register in the Selective Service System is considered a criminal offense with penalties, including fines and jail time. A Black family of ranchers in Yoder, Colorado, reported that shots were fired at their ranch over the weekend. which they believe was an attempt to intimidate them by racist individuals they've been facing for years. The owners of Freedom Acres Ranch, Courtney and Nicole Mallory, have endured racial incidents since moving to Yoder in 2020. The couple was previously arrested and faced charges related to conflicts with neighbors, which were later dropped. The Mallorys have set up a GoFundMe page to improve their security systems and combat the racism and violence they continue to experience. The El Paso County Sheriff's Office has been accused of colluding with neighbors to harass and intimidate the Mallorys, leading to ongoing tensions in the community. For more news impacting the Black community, listen to the Black Information Network on the iHeartRadio app or log on to BINnews.com. Follow us on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok at Black Information Network and on X at BlackInfoNet. I'm Kevin Brown on your home for Black News First, the Black Information Network.
Hey, it's Cleopatra Draper. Join me for the Midday Show weekdays at 9 a.m. where we'll sip and spill all the tea. Do you want it hot or cold? Either way, we're serving up the flavor of the day. Weekdays at 9 a.m. right here on the station giving you what's now and what's next. 1690 WVON.
WVON is all about family. That's why Jill Ross of the Shenanigans series is back, bringing literacy to life for young people ages 6 to 16. It's the Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. The Chicago Read-In is designed to excite and stimulate the minds of young people by promoting the power of literacy and storytelling. It's an afternoon of live performances, including hip-hop ballet from Homer Bryant's Hip Let's Ballet Troupe, fresh off Broadway as Simba in The Lion King. It's Chicago's own A.J. Rhodes Jr. Enjoy spoken word by Logan Liu, blues by Fernando Jones, and get a history lesson on Maxwell Street from actress Dawn Bless. There'll be tap, mimes, sculptors, Black cowboys. We're bringing our history to life for the next generation. You can also meet authors, purchase books, and connect to other child-friendly resources. The Chicago Read-In is a family affair and it's free, but registration is required. Register at Eventbrite or at WVON.com. The Chicago Read-In, Saturday, April 25th at the Harold Washington Cultural Center, 4701 South King Drive. Doors open at 11 a.m. and the show starts at 12 noon sharp. We're celebrating literacy, celebrating young people, celebrating our culture. On the station that celebrates Black excellence, WVON. The Chicago Read-In is produced in conjunction with Vaughn TV's upcoming series, Turn the Page, coming to Vaughn TV this summer.
I may ask this family about what they eat.
Dr. M?
If he's turning playtime into screen time, that might be something I'd like to know. Has he tried smoking? Does he vape? I might even ask about changes to her body. Is she feeling overwhelmed? Any signs of anxiety? If we feel comfortable asking these questions, shouldn't we also be asking, how do you store firearms in your home?
Firearm injuries are the leading cause of death for children and teens in the U.S. It's our responsibility to have a conversation about firearm injury prevention, because questions about safety are questions about health. Find tools at agreetoagree.org/healthcare.
Dad! Come on! Over here! Look at this, Dad! Over!
Whoa. The moment my son saw a redwood tree
It's huge!
is the moment I knew that for him,
You can't even see the top of that thing!
even the sky has no limit.
There are some moments only the forest can inspire. Find yours at discovertheforest.org. Learn about forests near you and discover cool things to do when you go, like hiking, biking, fishing, or camping. Or do your own thing when you get there with family and friends. Your moment is out there. Find it at discovertheforest.org. That's discovertheforest.org.
Brought to you by the U.S. Forest Service and the Ad Council.
The following message is brought to you by Goodwill and the Ad Council.
The inherent right to work is one of the elemental privileges of a free people. Endowed, as our nation is, with abundant physical resources, and inspired as it should be with the high purpose to make those resources and opportunities available for the enjoyment of all, we approach this problem of reemployment with the real hope of finding a better answer than we have now.
Your stuff can be more powerful than you think. Your stuff can be a resource for change. Donate to Goodwill, where your donations help fund job placement and training for people in your community. Goodwill. Donate stuff, create jobs. Find your nearest donation center at goodwill.org.
April brings spring flowers and a birthday celebration for the voice of Black Chicago. Happy birthday, WVON, celebrating 63 years of Black excellence.
It's Kendall Moore on Chicago's Essential Storyteller, WVON.
Anytime I could just lose control, caught up in your loving. Every time I feel your touch, second thoughts, more doubts started baby. Just what I wanted. And hey, you're killing me on the inside. You're the only one I want, I can't deny. Don't know what to do, what to say, I'm not sure what to tell you, confused. Which way do I take your hand or let go? Do I take your hand or let it go?
All right, welcome back. We are 1690. We're AM WVON. It's Kendall Moore Show. 591-1690. That is the number. Mark Carter, you're coming first, and then I'm gonna get everybody else. West Side Will. We got the Rev in the building as well.
Sir.
All right, Will, we got comments for you. Rev, we have comments that we want to get to. I want to let the person know who's asking Reverend Richard Redman that question. We're going to get that question answered during 8:30. We're going to go 8:30 to 9. We have a segment that is coming up that will help connect the dots with that entire conversation. So fear not, just hang in there. We're going to get to you, and we're going to try to get to as many callers as we can prior to us concluding here this evening. Currently, we are having a discussion. It's not the suburbs versus the city.
Right.
It really is about geographically where you are located, because I think Will, I see you. Brandon got to take care of a whole bunch of he got to take care of a whole bunch of kids who parents are on probation, prison, or on parole. They are underemployed, or they are incarcerated. And so he has a lot more parents who are not involved in their kids' life. Brandon has a lot of non-traditional families that he has to take care of in the city of Chicago. So he got a lot of 14-year-old girls who are having babies. He got a lot of 16-year-old girls who are having babies. Brandon, that is what he's dealing with,
and he has to talk to him in a way so not to offend him, and that's a hard
thing
to do.
And he doesn't have the resources for it, even though he had a whole bunch of money for these damn illegal immigrants. But nonetheless, no, stay with me on this. Come on, guys. I'm just saying. Okay. But but it's not the government's responsibility to pay for a young man and a young lady having sex, and then they having the baby, and then here comes the government, right? So I want to make that very clear as we have this conversation. So there are a lot of people who are stacked on top of each other, who cannot be part of community because they can't afford daycare. And so while mama was 16 and she had that baby, she can, or 2 or 3 of them, she can't be a part of the Chicago Public School Council.
Right.
Well, she can.
That would be stretching it. I'm saying a mama, a baby mama, because it's a lot. come on, let's keep it real. We ain't gonna be cute with this one.
Right.
It's a lot of baby mamas out there with 2 or 3 babies.
Ain't got time.
Without no baby daddy. Because he locked up, prison, probation, or in prison.
Or away.
Or just ain't there.
Oh, he just ain't there. He doing it with multiple people.
Yeah.
And they don't have the same setup as are the parents who are a little bit more sturdy.
Yeah.
In the
responsible. Just say it. They're more responsible.
No, I want to say sturdy.
No,
because
they're more responsible.
If you've done what you've needed to do,
right,
and make your situation better,
because you're responsible.
Because if I went to Howard University and I'm still living on the west side of Chicago with
ain't nothing wrong with that.
No, I'm not saying that there's anything wrong with it, but I know what is going on in that space, in that geographical location.
Right.
If me and my wife, because guys with degrees or women with degrees, they do the best that they can, especially when they having families. But if we can't get ourselves out of that situation, then we're going to be in that situation.
Right.
And our kids are going to experience that situation. That's just like simple economics.
Right.
If you know what I'm saying, if that makes sense.
Right.
When it comes to the suburbs, and we always term it the suburbs because it is a little bit different. And that's why every time black people move to the suburbs, the white people create another suburbs.
Right. They do.
Right. But in any event, this covers this whole situation, though. Unruly teens, it was quailed a little bit different than what Brandon has to deal with.
Right.
591-1690 is the number. Let's go to Mark. He got some really good stuff to say. Hey, Mark.
So hey, how y'all doing, man?
What's up, Mark?
What's going on? And y'all actually said it right. It is Chicago versus the suburbs, right? And the reason being is because a lot of the so-called black elite and the educated black folks, those social service poverty pimps, they live in the suburbs, but keep this madness going on within the city. So you have to realize and understand. In order for them to continue getting these grants and get paid, they need some crime happening. They need some high levels of unemployment, poverty, miseducated children. This is how they make money. This was the model after the 60s movement that a lot of, especially our parents' generation, fell into. They went to school to become poverty pimps. They got degrees in poverty pimping. Okay?
Mark, you go ahead. Bro. Oh, no. Go ahead, Mark. You got the floor. Go do your thing, bro.
Listen, see, nobody wants.
I know it.
Yes,
he a good guy, man. Mark on it. He be on it, man.
Yeah. See, they want to talk about the dope dealers and gangbangers. No, let's talk about the social engineers.
Yeah.
Let's talk about them black Greek social engineers.
Oh, now you put the Greeks in. Don't do that, Mark.
Listen,
you done slid us in there. Don't do that, man.
Listen. I got to slide you in there because the majority of them are black Greeks.
Yeah, the majority. And to your point, and we ain't going to argue this point because you're making a great point. And because you ain't become one or you ain't want to be one. And we just happen to be a part of that. We a part of that. But anyway, please continue because you're making a good point.
So now, let me say this, right? See, there's a plan called the Chicago New Americans Plan. Now, the name should catch your attention first and foremost. New Americans is letting you know they're getting rid of the old Americans. Yes. Part of that plan talks about when Chicago increases immigrant participation in early childhood programs, the city would benefit greatly. For every $1 invested in childhood education, Chicago could save $7 in government spending. Well, guess what? The poverty pimps asked for it to happen in reverse. Give them the $7 in government spending so they keep the people poor. So next year they can come back and get a grant the next year, right? They weren't. You never heard these poverty pimps promote business ownership, developing communities. You know they keep talking about welfare, Section 8, grant programs. Listen to the politicians. They only out here promoting poor people stuff.
But Mark, you haven't said anything that I'm disagreeing with other than your terminology. Let me say this. Your terminology. It's just Mark. It's your terminology, brother. It's your terminology.
See, I love it.
No. Go ahead. Hold on. Mark. Stay there. Go ahead, Will.
They do promote it though, Mark. I know this for a fact because I'm the person that does the promoting. Whenever I see a grant for business or whatever, I definitely put it out there. Here's the thing. How many black businesses are there out there? If you're talking strictly black, how many black businesses are there out there that legitimate? that can take.
See, Will, you missed the point.
Few of them out there.
You missed the point.
A few of them out there, and I make sure they get it.
Hold on, Mark. You still?
No, it's okay. He cool.
No, I know he cool, but let me jump in on this. I just got one point to make on what y'all just talked about.
Okay.
And then we got the damn black kids destroying Sip and Savor. We got the black kids who are destroying the coverts. So I don't care where it is, the kids are still doing this. And that's what we're talking about.
That's good, though. That's good. You know why?
No, there ain't nothing good about that. Come on, man.
Let me tell you why it's good. Let me tell you why it's good. See, you don't take and create Frankenstein. If you Dr. Frankenstein and you create Frankenstein directly or indirectly, whatever Frankenstein do is good. It's good that they're embarrassing them. It's good. Because we should have did more. But in fact, I ain't gonna say we should have done more because we really just come of age to get our parents to go sit down and have a seat. Because they lost their mind with the stuff they've been doing from the 70s to the 90s with this poverty pimping. And so, can you hear me? Because I don't know if y'all.
No, Mark, you're still here, but I'm giving you the floor because the 70s to the 90s, that's 20 damn years. But go ahead.
You got to remember. After the 60s movement, our parents went into corporate America and they went into government. You had more black people in this country. No, I didn't say there's nothing wrong with it. It's something wrong with it when they pimping the people. It is something wrong with it. Okay? We don't want to call them out, but we calling out the kids. Don't talk about the kids without talking about grown folks. The kids crazy because the grown people crazy.
There it is.
It ain't the opposite way around. We had the kids. They didn't have us.
Mm-hmm. Mark,
so now
Mark,
saying,
let me jump in here and say something. I heard we were in
including the pastors too.
Yeah, we were in the Mark,
Mark, you heard the Rev open his mouth and you said it, and you too, Rev.
Well,
Mark said Rev,
Mark
said it, you too, Rev.
Mark and I was in the meeting maybe about 20 years ago, and it was a community meeting, and he said something that has really become true today. We were talking about a similar issue as we're talking about now, not pertaining to the kids, but pertaining to the community and our constant spinning of the wheel, going over the same issues. Mark stood up and he says, I'm gonna tell you something. Y'all ain't seen nothing yet. Wait till these crack babies start taking over. And that's the parent.
How many years ago was that?
That was about 20 years ago.
Yeah.
About 20 years ago, Mark. You know, we go back.
Pastor, I told them rich white folks downtown, them judges, the big corporations, look, related. I remember Judge Pileggi was over the housing courts. Mm-hmm. I told them, I said, listen, y'all not hearing what I'm saying. When these kids figure out that y'all kids got them iPods and iPads downtown, they're going to rob them. Now, if y'all don't come up with ways to keep them from downtown, they coming downtown and they're going to eat y'all kids. Mm-hmm. Judge Pileggi was one of the only ones that listened.
Okay.
He listened, but them big corporations, they thought it was a joke. I mean, I was in, I should be in the rooms with all them big old companies.
Mark, we know who you are, man. Come on, man. Don't do that. I know who you are. That's why I wanted you on the line. Go ahead.
I kept telling them, y'all. And so now where we are now, our generation, we are the mothers and fathers of Chicago. It is time that we step out, like you just said, but y'all as men out there in Madison. Okay, now we call on the men right here in Chicago, show them how to become
Mark,
developers.
And let me interject with you on that. Mark. From the 5%ers to the Nation of Islam, to the brothers who are making salat and they are Sufis or whatever they are, to the vice lords, to the everybody, to the gangster disciples, to the Spanish disciples. Why are those men not stopping what is happening?
It's on them. It's on them
No,
too.
Mark, you ain't got to yell.
It's on them too.
You ain't got to yell. You ain't got to yell.
Okay, my bad.
Come on, man. You've been on the floor for for over 10 minutes right now. Listen, you ain't got to yell. I'm asking you. Because I'm not disagreeing with you. You're talking about the men from Matson don't have to talk to them about that. Since you already told us that it's been going on for 20 years, help us with that. How do we get to them? Right?
Okay. So the ones, see, I was one of those people that you're speaking of. All right. I come from a good home in the South. By 15 years old, I was in Chicago. By 19, I was in prison. Right. I had got in a gang, all kind of stuff coming to Chicago. By 25, by 25, I came home. I got involved with politics, the most corrupt criminal, worse than drug dealing and gangbanging. Okay.
Wait a minute now, Mark. Wait a minute. Wait a
Listen.
minute. Now
I'm
you done went to jail, and now you coming home trying to tell somebody else they need to go to jail.
No. I'm telling them how to stay out of jail. I'm not telling nobody to go to jail.
But you sitting here saying how you went to jail, and now everybody else is corrupt.
Well, you mean the Mike
Come on now.
Madikins
I
and
love
all
you, brother.
those guys.
Come on now. Come on now. You got the trouble.
See, you should stop trying to push back and just listen,
I'm
okay?
listening to you.
Hey, Mark,
Don't
you got the floor. Listen, Mark, give me your closing comment. I got to get to the rest of these
push
callers.
back because we doctors, not patients, right? So from the block to the boardroom, men must have a meeting so that we can turn things around. It's been out of order too long. We are in our 50s now. If we don't do it within the next 10 to 20 years, it won't get done.
Mark, we need it sooner, though. We need it sooner. Man,
I got you.
Bro, we need it sooner. Mark, I always appreciate you, man. Mark, I always appreciate you. We need it sooner. Janice, how are you?
Hi, Kendall. I grew up out in South Carolina.
Janice, you gotta turn your volume down.
I got my radio on. I apologize.
Go ahead,
I watched
Sister
the
Janice.
suburbs go down. I watched Harvey go. And out there in Matson, my sister lives out there. I hope it doesn't go too.
It's not. The Matson ain't gonna go. But go ahead.
I watched Black leadership let Oak Forest close, where women got jobs as aides, men were janitors, the cafeteria was open. But Oak Forest didn't have a lot of blacks out there as patients. They got their first group of black patients in 1971 due to Mike Sneed. They wanted to help some of the black young men who had been in gangs, who could get occupational therapy and physical therapy. But the Jewish wealthy who was living out there in Homewood and Flossmoor had their loved ones close to them there. They were private. It was kosher. Oak Forest was kosher. But as soon as black people moved in Dalton, Homewood, Flossmoor, Olympia Fields, all of a sudden Oak Forest wasn't needed anymore. And it was needed more. You know, Oak Forest won awards for being one of the best hospitals. One of my coworkers from the South Side said, I didn't even know about Oak Forest. I told her you weren't meant to. It wasn't meant for you. It was meant for the wealthy who could pay, even though the county owned it. Now, Stroger, the son, might know, but the daddy tried to keep Oak Forest open, but it closed. I'm going to tell you a quick story. I was at Jules, the one in Homewood.
Yes, ma'am.
And I saw this black lady. I said, Miss. She wouldn't speak to me because I was driving a 93 Geo. And I said, I said, I think you're leaving your purse. She told me, thank you. She said so much. I said, we're supposed to help each other. This is a black girl who grew up in Robbins from the South suburbs. But see, we maybe weren't one of the affirmative action blacks, but we were blacks with character. They had black women who mopped floors. My mother was an RN. They had black women who mopped floors. And you know who used to speak to me when we used to work at Oak Forest? The older blacks who wanted something for us.
Sister Janice, can I ask you to get to your point though? Because I love the history. I love the context.
It may be too late. Look at the test scores.
It may be too late. You know what? And I agree with you. It may be too late. I told that to Rev.
Yeah, but
I
told
that to Will.
I can't agree with
because we're talking about 5 generations. That's 50 years. VON, we've been in existence for 63.
Yeah. I don't have a degree.
And you don't need one because our ladies and our men, man. But anyway, go ahead. Don't get me on that.
Women will work 2 jobs. Now we have black people who got a degree and can't see the devastation because all they want to do is throw their degree on the table. You look at the Jewish community.
Sister Janice, I so agree with you. I really do, and I hate I had to cut you off. I really do. I agree. I agree with you so much. You don't even need a degree now to be where you at. People don't even go to school no more. And the people who are middle management right now, they're losing their jobs like 40 going north.
Got it.
I said this like 20 shows ago, earlier, late last year. All of the black women with the PhDs got fired. One president came in and wiped out an entire generation of money. And let me repeat that. And even the teachers right now, the only reason that they are still teaching, is because they're still bringing in some money to their household. And they are the primary functioning paycheck that goes on in their household. They're head of household, because their husbands, if they did not have a degree, you know, they were doing something else to make money go round and round. Listen, I got to hold on. Let me take Randy real quick. Randy, man, I always love you. Will, I'm coming to you. I promise you. I just got to get Randy in before we take this next break. Bro, Randy, man, always good, man, talking to you.
The feelings mutual. Good evening. I'll be real quick. One, it's interesting what Mark Carter was talking about, but I'm going to let you know. From my experience with Brother Mark Carter, who I met back in 2002, overall, the brother has done some, you know, he's tried to do certain things that are okay, but the problem I have with Brother Mark Carter is that he's a walk of contradiction, because one, this brother attacked Brother Edmund Abdullah at the Center for Institute Studies at a task force meeting because he said something he didn't agree with. So when Mark talks about that children, is okay for children, no, it's not okay for our children to do that. I have a daughter and 2 grandchildren, and these children are out of order. They need to be disciplined, they need to be focused, they need a program. They're looking for answers. They want some assistance help. They want to be involved in something constructive. So Mark Carter, when he punched the brother Edmund Abdullah, and so saying something, they told me a lot about Mark Carter's character. See, Mark Carter does not have a clean record. Mark Carter's been arrested and been involved in some other stuff, him and his associates. And they out there trying to get contracts with HUD and stuff like that and other groups. And he's a hustler, okay? And I remember when he was supporting Rahm Emanuel, doing so with Rahm Emanuel's people and stuff, as well as he supported Governor Bruce Ron, who was for.
Hey, Tommy, but Tommy, I'm not Tommy. I'm sorry, Randy. My bad. Hey, Randy, but I want you to continue, but I just want to make sure that we say that allegedly, because I can't. Don't say that specifically. Just say allegedly. Thank you, Randy. Go ahead. Please continue.
About what? What about allegedly?
Allegedly about everything that you just accused him of.
No, I'm just telling you, I was there. I know about his background. I was there. Okay, I had to grab Mark Carter to pull him off the guy. I was there.
Okay, I got you. Yep.
He physically down there at the task force meeting with Michael Jones and other people that was down there, activists that was down there when he punched the brother Edmund Abdullah. Okay? And so I'm just saying, I'm speaking from experience, and I told Mark Carter to his face. And tell him. And see, I'm gonna tell you, this is the last thing. My uncle was David Barksdale, King David, founder
yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And my uncle David Barksdale, you sometimes hear his sister Billy calling him WN. That's my aunt. My uncle told me when I was 12, 13 years old, do not get involved with these gangs and stuff like that, because you'll end up be like a Mark Carter or Paul, these other people. I'm saying, and I have a lot of respect more for Paul. I think he's a decent brother, stuff. But I'm just saying, you cannot go in that direction and stuff like that, because you see what happened. So if you see a lot of children out of order, you see what happened right there, 630, 64th and King Drive. These brothers, FBG, Duck, and all these people getting killed because of that stuff. The drill music and all that stuff, that is real. The people need to stop it. And the social media, they're using that as an instrument of destruction. And so we have to get organized. If I catch so many brothers and sisters out there doing so, it's going to be like Into the Dragon. I'm going to whoop their tail. I'm going to break them in half. I'm going to do
Bro, Randy, you know I love you. Bro, Randy, you already know I love you. Randy, you know me and you. You know me. You know how me and you get out, Randy.
You're going to think I'm Black Belt Jones, Jim Kelly when I get finished with it. Okay, you were thinking you were talking 3 the hard way, Black Belt Jones, Into the Dragon, Black Dynamite.
Randy, come on, Randy.
You think I'm Bootsino Brown from Boondocks.
All right, Randy, I gotta take this break, man. You know I love you to death. Hey, I'm bringing. You coming back?
You gotta whoop some tails, straighten them out.
All right, man. I got you, Randy. Listen, we're back in a moment, folks. Man, this is the Kendall Moore Show. What's up, Will?
No, I just want to backtrack a little bit when the conversation the young lady said about degrees and what you said about degrees. What I've seemed to have noticed is degrees are, when people get degrees, it's not necessarily for the knowledge. It is for the knowledge, but also it's basically just to get paid for the qualifying position. You have to have a master's degree for this, and this is the level that you will get paid from this level to this level. So getting a degree of a certain level helps to qualify you. It helps to qualify you.
Okay, got it.
Yeah, and I'm not saying that's good. I'm not saying that's good because there's a lot of people out here don't need degrees.
And some
they understand,
and some from the community, they also we also realize that even now today, you don't need one. They will give you your experience. We know that there was implemented to stop people from getting certain type of jobs, and you had to prove yourself triple time to do it. I'm not taking away from anyone who has one. I'm raising my hand.
No, I'm saying you have a point. What I'm saying is you had a point.
I had a point. Okay, when it came to that.
Expound on.
All right, and so as we coming back, we got this spiritual thing. Rev is still here. We're gonna take Rev. He's gonna be able to respond to the Morehouse College issue that we're talking about, and then we'll expand on it because we got an antichrist. Are we gonna be talking about Revelations for this last hour? This last half hour? It's Kendall Moore Show. We're back in a moment.
It's WVON's original Friday night show, Kendall Moore. He'll be back in a moment.
It only takes a minute to find out if you may have prediabetes. And you can do it at doihaveprediabetes.org. But you're probably not going to. Nope. I'm sure you've got a perfectly good excuse. Kids, work. I get it. You're busy. So what better time than now? Let's begin. Raise one finger if you're a man. Ladies, none yet. Oh, count in your head if you're driving. Now, 3 more fingers for everyone over 60, 2 over 50, 1 over 40, 1 more if you're not physically active, another finger if anyone in your family has type 2 diabetes, another if you've got high blood pressure. If you're overweight, raise another finger, 2 if you're very overweight, and 3 if you're really overweight. You've just taken the world's first audio pre-diabetes test. And if you're holding up 5 or more fingers, visit doihaveprediabetes.org or talk to your doctor. There's no excuse because prediabetes can be reversed.
Brought to you by the Ad Council and its pre-diabetes awareness partners.
I'm Selma, and I'll be your server this evening. The special is pasta primavera, and it comes with a salad. Oh, and by the way, I abuse my children. Lots of times I beat them for even the smallest reason. When they really get on my nerves, I lock them in the closet for a few hours.
If only child abuse was this easy to recognize. Perhaps then more people would report it. If you even suspect abuse, call Child Help at 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. We've helped millions of people help millions of children, and we can help you. All calls are anonymous and confidential. So remember, 1-800-4A-CHILD or visit www.childhelp.org. Child Help. Trust your instincts. A public service message brought to you by Child Help and the Ad Council.
I'm Sally, a volunteer at United Way. I'm asking people around the neighborhood what they think this place needs. Excuse me, hi. What do you think this place needs?
I'd like to see more parking.
More playgrounds.
Free movies. That's easy. Better restaurants.
And you, what do you think this place needs?
This place? More ice cream trucks.
Okay. How about you?
Wi-Fi everywhere?
I was thinking more money in the pockets of local families come tax time.
Can I change my answer?
I was just kidding about the ice cream.
Oh, that's way better. Now that you mention it.
When it comes to getting better tax refunds into the hands of local families, what this place needs is you. To donate or volunteer, go to unitedway.org. Because great things happen when we live united. Brought to you by United Way and the Ad Council.
Don't act like that. Don't wear that. Don't think that. I've heard everything you tell yourself, every time you felt different. And I want you to know that taking care of your mind is taking care of everyone you love and who loves you.
So
that you can be vulnerable and powerful, that you can be more connected and resilient, that taking care of me makes us stronger. Love your mind. Find mental health resources at loveyourmindtoday.org.
Hey, wouldn't it be great if life came with a remote control? You know, you could hit pause when you needed to, or hit rewind, like that time you knocked down that wasp's nest.
Uh-oh.
Or that time you forgot to roll up your windows in the car wash.
Fantastic.
Yeah, a remote control would have come in handy then. Well, life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome, but prediabetes does. With early diagnosis and a few healthy changes like managing your weight, getting active, stopping smoking, and eating healthier, you can stop prediabetes before it leads to type 2 diabetes. It's easy to learn your risk. Take the 1-minute test today at doihaveprediabetes.org. Life doesn't come with a remote control. Yikes! So you're on your own with the wasps. You have the power to take control of prediabetes. Visit doihaveprediabetes.org today. That's doihaveprediabetes.org. Brought to you by the Ad Council and its Prediabetes Awareness Partners.
Your Friday nights just got better with the Kendall Moore Show on the Talk of Chicago, 1690 WVON.
Man, I don't think they heard you. Why don't you tell them what your name is?
My name is Easy, yeah, this is true. Keeping your attention is what I'm gonna do. Hardcore, yo, I can never be soft. Ask them my depth and they say the boy goes off. Building up momentum with a touch of my rhyme. Suckers stay away because, yo, they know the time. Quiet on the seconds, I'm about to begin. And if you didn't hear me, boy, I tell you again, my name is Easy, or just call me Eve. But it doesn't really matter to me, cause I'm the same person, whether serious or rehearsing. I just gotta keep cursing. This is for the radio, so I better chill. They won't play it if I go get ill, but I'm like that, and that's an actual fact. Because the street is where my heart is at. Yo, I don't do dope, but I'm dope. Not a dope, but I'm doper than anybody who tries to cope with the rhyme I'm displaying and the beat that's playing. Yo, you can try all day and you still won't match up with the ruthless crowd. Cause Easy's doing it Compton style. That's the city, and you say you could get some. Yo, it's easier said than done.
Hey, boy. We talking about old school hip hop, man. Rest in peace, brother Africa Bambaataa.
Yep.
Easy E, another great. We're you know, this whole theme tonight has been transition.
Mm-hmm.
Transition, even from the music to the street, you know, to religion, which we are about to have a conversation about, to just next generation. Easy picked up. You know, he ended up catching HIV, and then he ended up dying by AIDS. We're still dealing with AIDS right now.
Yeah.
You know, it's still a huge fight when it comes to that. And Easy, you know, he was having sex. He was a heterosexual guy, but he still called it. Like a lot of this, a lot of the conversation tonight is relevant to our current existence. And at the end of the day, Westside Will, man, when we had our boy, you know, that's why I rock with you, bro. I'm not gonna lie, Will.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, if this was Sirius Satellite, y'all hate me. But hey,
no, you can't do it. You know, you got to check.
Sirius Satellite.
You got to check.
But
you got to get check.
But I love me some Melody Span and Pierre Cooper.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Hey, Will, I rock with you.
I'm gonna just tell you what's up, man.
I saw Melody today.
And what I say, I
saw Mel today.
You saw, okay.
And I was like,
she was.
Damn. I was like, oh my God. She was like, oh, you know, I got my hug, and Melody was like, I was like, damn, I hadn't seen it in a couple of weeks.
Okay, all right, yeah,
a couple of weeks.
Yeah, well, hey, you know, she expect us to hold it down.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's what we shall do every Friday night from 6 until now, because from your work week to your weekend. At least counting from 2013, from one of the pictures I saw at WVON, I think it was a little bit sooner. I've been here at least 13, 14 years. Yeah, I think I'm the longest tenured outside of Matt and Salim Muwakil.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Next.
And all I do is just Friday nights and tell the truth.
So you third in line for succession.
Yeah, no. Like
you're like you're the speaker of the house.
Luke
That's
Palmer.
what you are. You are the
Luke
speaker
Palmer.
of the house.
I'm the current Luke Palmer.
Okay, all right, there you go.
Yeah, man.
And that was your guy, Rev.
That was my guy.
Yeah.
Was happy to see Reed up in here when we came in. What, a couple of weeks ago or 3 weeks ago? Yeah, last week. Yeah. Eddie Reed was here. That was
Brother Eddie Reed.
Yeah.
Oh my God,
Yeah,
man! That's my man.
Yeah, he was
man.
here.
Brother Eddie Reed.
A blast from the past.
Yeah.
Turbine. Everybody listening right now. Listen, Brother Eddie Reed, he was sitting in, right? He finished the show, and he was like, "Hey, Brother Kendall, you know, the community, we got you." I'm like, "Man, Ray." He's like, "Man." That part, I was like, Eddie Reed, just gave him a hug, man.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah,
man.
That was the day, man. That was the day when we was out there fighting.
It's not about radio, it's about communication to the community, man.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
That's what the brothers, that's what we were talking about.
We were communicating, man.
It wasn't the sensationalism. It wasn't about who had the best record. It wasn't about your baby mama drama.
No.
It wasn't about LeBron James being the richest person in the world.
Right.
WVON, we are the communicator of the universe, man.
You got that right.
Yeah.
You got that right.
Which is why we still exist and why we are still here.
And we're needed. People, you need this.
Absolutely. All right, so let's get back into this. Rev, we're getting into Morehouse.
Okay.
Morehouse, we had the question was asked. Turbine, go ahead, give it to me. Go ahead, Rev. You got it right there.
Oh, I don't have the question, but I would answer.
Here, I'll help you out, Reverend. We had a question over here on our YouTube or the chat, and it's been there since about maybe an hour or so. But Morehouse, the college, has done a couple things. They assigned a couple reverends, and certain affiliations are in question. And we were asked if the good reverend here that we have in studio, Reverend Red, we always love you here, and they want to hear your perspective on this.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Morehouse has a oil painting that they have put in their great hall of honor of 3 gay bishops. I think the question was asked of me personally, how do I feel about that? Well, I'm gonna look at it 2 ways. First, because you asked me personally, I'm gonna basically look at.
And my question would be, why would it even be asked right now? Like, what relevance did it have? Because we're going to have this conversation about what the rest of the damn country is doing right now, especially with head check.
Well, I think it's because it being a historical Black college is probably our history has always shied away and have basically kept that community in the closet longer and more persistent than any other community, the Black community. And have a grand jewel like Morehouse College, which is highly respected and rates high among the HCBUs, that would be a question I think he would want to have answered. Why Morehouse? So I would say the question came across personally to me. What do I think? Well, I'm going to answer that, but I must also set the groundwork as to why I believe Morehouse performed this or did allow this. Basically because Morehouse is a public institution. And when you're working under a public institution, you must adhere to the law of the land. So to deny a portrait of anyone who is outside of what we, the society, consider a outliner to the norm and culture and societal values, we are not allowed to do that under government rule. That would mean Morehouse would have to get all private funding. I don't know how much funding they're getting through public, but that would mean for them to deny that, they would have to get all private funding.
So, Rev, let me raise my hand.
Yeah. Kendall, you're in the classroom. Yes, sir.
Yeah, let me raise my hand.
Yes, sir.
So what does that mean? Why was the question even asked? And tell me what does it mean?
Well, what it means is that I can only say he had the questioner had something in mind. I would think that maybe it affect them in a way. Maybe they're Morehouse alumnus.
Mhm.
Maybe they have such honor for HBCUs. Historic
Yes, sir.
HBCUs. Whatever it is, I can't say what it means. What it means to me, I can only say that. What it means to me is that we have, okay, Morehouse is private. Okay, thank you. Thank you for that clarification. So that means that he has more validity to his question.
Do they receive public funds though, even though they're private?
Yeah.
And so
Private
again, my
institutions
second
receive
question,
public
okay,
funds
but-
in
my
order to
second
receive
question,
those funds.
it still exists, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to tie it into, Rev, and I want you to finish, but I'm really trying to tie it into why was it even posed? What part of our conversation that question even got posed? And then
We weren't on that topic.
we were
right.
not on that topic. That came from out of left field somewhere.
Right.
Like it doesn't make sense to this show, but I'm glad that you are able to answer that and have answered, and then we're going to move on.
Well, I think also that as R2, our engineer, explained the question, he thought that I could give an answer because this question came from a person who believes I'm most sincere. I would tell what I feel about gays in the ministry.
Okay, got it. But that's not our
That's
conversation
not
tonight.
our conversation tonight, but let me just close it out with 1 minute reply. People, each pastor, bishop, minister has to call for their own outlook. I'm not one who subscribe to gay society. I'm not one against them having human rights. If I was preaching this from the pulpit, I would go biblically and speak about how one who's carrying out an unnatural act, according to the word of God, is able to be saved because that act is a fleshly act. Even if you were a whoremonger, a male who chased women all day long, you're a whoremonger. You are sinning fleshly. Even if you had a need to just go and do yourself, masturbation, you are too sexually and fleshly. The word of God it criticizes flesh, but it uplifts the spirit. So for me, I preach that no matter who you are, if you have an unnatural sexual lifestyle, then you need to get more spiritual and get away from the carnal minded and the flesh life, because that is a sin. A lot of people don't know that the world is an enemy to God. A lot of people don't know that the flesh is an enemy to God. So I would preach from that point of view, personally, young man or young lady, whoever asked the question.
Whoever asked the question. Rev, I certainly appreciate that. And the reason that I appreciate that is because you are a permanent part of our show, of the Kendall Moore Show. Reverend Richard Redmond, Westside Will, and I thank you for that. Had absolutely nothing to do with what we were talking about, but the question was posed, and I suppose we entertained that question. In the meantime, let's move forward, and
Yes,
I hope that sufficed.
I do too.
Do you want to get your personal email address, and they can you can talk to them directly?
No way. You can reach me at
like that ain't this show. We ain't talking about that.
ministerredmond@heaven.com. That's
all right. Okay, so we're at the 52. As we get ready to wrap up, thank you, Rev, for even addressing that. But it speaks to when we're having community and we're having conversations,
Mm-hmm.
how something could get thrown into the mix and it has absolutely nothing to do with what we're talking about. The current guy sitting on Pennsylvania Avenue is exemplary of the same thing that just that part. Not that I'm offended by it, but I don't appreciate it because we had to take some time to do that. Send me an email and I will answer that. We don't want to distract from what we are having conversation and what we are talking about.
So agreed. All
right. So give people your email address again, and they can have a conversation with you and do that. Okay. But you are an individual. Will is an individual. I am an individual. Will does not represent this show.
Mm-hmm.
You don't represent this show. The name of the show is called The Kendall Moore Show.
Definitely.
So your opinion, and my opinion, we're definitely separated and we're different from everybody's opinion.
Mm-hmm.
And we respect everybody's opinion. And I absolutely get it. But we're not gonna do that again.
No, and I wouldn't entertain that again.
We're just not.
The only reason we did is because you said it would be okay. And
I know.
I agree. We were talking about an entirely different topic, people. I mean,
and we're not gonna do that again. We're not gonna do that because I'm gonna have a hard issue with that. I really am.
Well, all you gotta do is Kendall say no, and I follow.
Yeah.
Ain't that right, Will? Because I don't have that. I don't have that cha-ching sound. We need that cha-ching sound.
So as we wrap up, I told you guys that I promised y'all we was gonna get the damn Melody Trump.
Yeah.
Melania.
The sound.
I told y'all we was gonna get to Melania Trump.
Melania.
And we kept pushing her back. I ain't got enough time to even talk about this because I got to get ready to wrap up.
No, we got enough time.
Yeah.
So Melania Trump. And it's not about what she said relative to the Epstein files, but it really is about women and them doing what they want to do outside of their husbands. And so you're a pastor.
Wow.
And Will, you're a man, and Turbine is a man.
Yeah.
So I didn't even talk about what she's talking about as far as the Epstein files are concerned. But I am talking about the White House. Did they lie and say they didn't know that she was going to do this?
Sure, they lied.
Or was she a scorned woman? She's probably been scorned because, her and Trump don't even sleep together no more. Barron and all this other stuff. Anyway, I'm wrapping it up with this real quick.
She's a trophy. She's a trophy.
Oh, my God. And you call that a trophy?
She's a trophy.
No.
Like Russian or Espakagan women,
She's a trophy wife, though, for him.
But the question I'm asking,
aside from
do women do that, though, right? Do they get upset with you and like, okay, you're in the middle of a nuclear war.
Right.
So let me bring this back up.
That's the point.
Yeah.
There you are.
You're in the middle of all of this.
Yeah.
You're not paying attention to me. Remember Steph Curry's wife.
Right.
Steph was in the middle of his third championship.
Right. Yeah.
And his wife was like, I ain't getting enough attention.
Yeah.
And he itch. Like I'm about to get a damn third championship, and you talking about you ain't getting enough attention.
I'm about to help your lifestyle.
And like, what the hell, man?
Yeah.
And so here comes Melania. Like even Fox News said, "Hey, we wasn't even briefed on this."
Yeah.
Was it one of those issues, or is it like a woman scorned is a woman scorned?
I'm going to tell you what I think. Just the fact that this transpired means that there is something wrong. There is something happening behind the scenes that we don't know.
We already know they're crazy as hell.
Just no, not just crazy. I'm not saying they're crazy as hell,
but they are.
She knows something we don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And just the fact that she came out and did this. Think about it. They had to set up the mic, set up the lighting, set up the cameras. They had to do all this.
The White House knew. The White House.
Exactly. There's something going on beyond the scenes. That's why I'm a political scientist. When people, it's their actions I look at. I don't look at what you say. The hell what you say. You say anything. I look at your actions and the timing. There's something going on with them, those two behind.
Did
the
she
scenes.
come out
Look for
because
her. Look
did she
for
come
her.
out because something was going to be leaked? Remember, we said this earlier.
That's possible too, but look for her to probably not be in the picture for in a while. Seriously.
Well, she hadn't been in
the picture. No woman does that. No woman would do that unless she knows something.
What is Trump gonna do to her?
That's damaging to her.
He's gonna fire
a woman. Okay,
he's firing.
Let's keep it 100. A woman will answer this question.
He's gonna fire.
A woman will answer this question. No woman's gonna come out this drastic for something like that. Get on the camera, get on national TV, unless she knows something.
But she lied. But she lied.
Something is happening
because we got the picture.
But I'm saying it's bigger than that.
Men lie, women lie, numbers don't.
It's bigger than that. Something is happening behind the scenes we don't know about, and it's going to come to fruition.
And I'll say this:
nobody
also
does that.
No
woman.
No
That's
one.
your wife.
And I'll
what
say,
the hell? You can't even testify against me in court.
I'll say this: I believe Trump knew they're lying because they got something, like you say, Will. They got something else. You watch the way Trump has been governed.
So
Trump
is she
put
separating
stuff out.
herself from her husband?
No, they got this together. They got this together. They know that. You can't step up in front of those cameras.
Stop it. She's a woman.
No.
She's jumping ship. She's jumping ship right now.
Will.
She's like, I don't know.
Hold on, guys. Let me remind you.
I don't know Dr. Trump.
The astronauts just came back home.
To hell with the astronauts.
Let's talk about the astronauts. The astronauts just came back.
It's just me and my son.
Came back. Will.
Me and Barrett. We are together.
Came back, though.
He's a monster.
I know. I don't even know this guy.
She already got
all
her
these
paddle.
pictures with this guy.
She got her paddle and her lifeboat ready. Already got the thing around her neck. She ready. That's it. She out of here. She like a white. She's like a White Sox 3-strike shout. It's gone.
Let me tell you.
It's like a White Sox.
Let me tell you.
It's like a Cubs home run.
But look,
he gone.
Guys, I gotta end the show. Let me tell y'all what the Trump card gonna be.
Okay.
No pun intended. Jared Kushner.
Oh no.
Kushner is going to be. Y'all don't see him. He ain't never in the United States.
Nope.
He can't come back here because they're gonna lock his ass up. Jared Kushner. Folks, we appreciate you guys allowing us to be a part of your Friday. We get you from your work week to your weekend each and every Friday. It's the Kendall Moore Show, 6 to 9. You can follow me on all social media pages. Westside Will, thank you.
Well, what up? Thank you.
The Rev, Richard Red.
Man, always, K. Always.
All right, man. We'll see you guys next week. Until next time, and as always, church and tabernacle.
The talk of Chicago and the voice of the nation is 1690 AM WVON, Berwyn, Chicago.
I'm Kevin Brown on your home for 24/7 News, the Black Information Network. Mayor Zoran Mandani's free 2-year-old child care program for New York City will be all year and cover the entire day. Mandani says this will help working parents.
The traditional model of childcare has forced them to rush out of the office, has forced them to pray that their stars will align so that they will actually be able to pick up their child in time.
Mandani announced the free 2K program that's coming online next fall for 2,000 families that'll offer coverage from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. on weekdays all year in most cases. The mayor says extended childcare hours will be huge for parents.
Pick up and drop off at a traditional 3 p.m. time can be unmanageable. We see parents who are forced to either miss important work obligations or shell out for secondary childcare.
The Miami, Florida City Commission is considering a proposal, RE13, tackling affordable and workforce housing, especially for teachers. 13% of teachers in Miami-Dade County schools are black. And former state representative and mayor of South Miami, June 2024. Prosecutors say the defendants, along with another woman, went to Tampa and stalked Julio Fulio, whose real name is Charles Jones, to a hotel where he was celebrating his birthday.
They weren't going to stop. They were going to make sure that they killed Mr. Jones, that he was not going to live, that they were not going to go back to Jacksonville without him dying.
Investigators have said this was the result of a dispute between two Jacksonville street gangs. Prosecutors say they'll seek the death penalty if the four are found guilty of murder.